2,430 pounds.
Shoo-wee.
That's the
A
high.
car.
That's
It's
the
a car.
high.
It's a fucking car. A small car.
The
That's an
lowest.
SUV.
The lowest it says is 440.
That's
pounds.
still ridiculous.
And that's still
Holy
insane.
Shit. All right. I can beat it.
I can be sleep apnea mask to help you out with that, by the way. Not good. It's not healthy.
Just let me fucking die my way. Jesus Christ.
Let me go out.
I could die from a million. Let me fucking, if it's my sleep snoring, thank God.
Let me go out sounding like that.
The man. For some reason, that feels maybe more normal because it's a Disney
Yeah,
TV
right,
show.
right. The Star Wars. Doesn't work.
That
Is
would
it?
be wars
It's
between
called
the stars.
Star Wars, though, right? It's not.
It
the
is
Star.
called Star
The
Wars.
Star
I was like,
trying
what? Did I just
The
have one of
Hulk.
those moments where
My
is
brain.
that the Mandela thing that just happened?
The Hulk, the Guardian.
I like
Kevin
that.
Costner.
That's probably one of the
Because Kevin Costner's in it. Come on.
Yeah. Ooh, he did a good job too.
I'm
Coach
saying
did a
that's
good
why
job.
you like
But yes.
Yes. I'm a
But
Costner
yes.
mark.
Yeah. Look, man.
Yeah, that
Waterworld.
is okay.
I'll die on that mountain.
Oh, by the way, yeah, you're related to Palpatine now.
That in the ship they were on, gigantic.
Oh, remember they're
Yeah.
they're riding horses on a
Yeah.
fucking spaceship in space?
It's all pretty ridiculous. The casino part was too
How do they
much.
stick on the fucking space station?
That doesn't sound good.
Hey, welcome to the This Isn't Real Movie Review Podcast, where we try and fail to review
good.
movies of today and yesterday. Wally already making me laugh, like always.
Sorry, I had to get out of my fucking serious. I was about to. I don't do well with sassy people telling me what to do. It
I
fucking
don't know.
drives me up a wall.
I feel like we get along pretty well.
Yeah. No, don't do it.
Just don't tell Wally what to do.
I'm just completely happy the whole. Yeah, just don't do that.
Cool. Review this movie.
Insinuation. You right out the gate, like straight out the
I'm
gate.
telling you
He's
what
telling
to
you
do.
what to do.
You have a pass.
Okay. I'm
You
the
also
only
didn't-
person who has the pass.
You also didn't do it in like a sassy manner.
Yeah. That
You
was,
just kind
I
of said
got
it.
sass.
It was just
Review
pretty
the fucking
direct.
movie.
Yeah.
It was just like direct.
Review it.
I just got told.
I
we'll talk
sound
about,
awful.
I just got told we'll talk about your schedule in the morning.
Oh,
Oh!
Okay.
we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Bye.
Did you-
Speaking of talking about things, today we're talking about a movie that Tara picked. It is called The Gentleman.
The Gentleman.
Does anyone get weirded out about "thes" in front of everything?
A little bit. I feel like this movie.
I know
would've-
it makes kind of sense with this, but sometimes it doesn't.
I think this
the
movie would have
Hulk.
been better if it was just Gentleman.
But it's The Gentleman.
Yeah, but there's a
They
lot
are
of
The Gentleman.
gentlemen in the movie, so just gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't know. It's some movies they had the in front of it, which cool sometimes, but other times I'm like, don't need it.
Meh.
It's like fluff words. you
Yeah, right. They're fluffing
know? Shoulda,
for no
woulda,
reason.
coulda. Yeah.
Also, I would argue that one of the best characters in the movie is not a gentleman. Actually.
Colin Farrell.
It's a woman.
No.
I thought you meant like.
So
No.
is there an opposite word from gentleman for a woman?
Lady?
Mm. I just want the,
Gent-
I just want
Ladies
the
and
lo-
gentlemen.
No, I
So
understand.
you put them together.
I
so-
just want the long like abbreviation, like so many syllables.
You mean like hold the same amount of weight,
yeah?
kind of thing?
Lady sounds great. I like it, but I like gentleman because there's a lot to say there.
Gentle women.
Okay, well, I'm good with that.
Gentle lady.
Gentle lady, the gentle lady.
She was a gentle lady.
That's fine. Before this does get off the rails or the reels, please find us on our social medias at The This Isn't Real, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe.
A thumbs up from everybody
We
for
do the
anyone
thumbs.
listening.
The plot of The Gentleman. An American expat tries to sell off his highly profitable marijuana empire in London.
London.
What's it? American
Triggering-
what? An American what?
Expat.
What the fuck is an expat?
Somebody who used to be living in America is now expedited out and living in other places.
Oh, there's a lot of language in
But I'm
this.
assuming. this
I
is
didn't
a-
understand, by the way.
It's because they're gentlemen.
No. The what language I did was that
Oh,
deep
you cheeky
London.
cunt. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
yeah, that's it.
The London slang.
Yeah,
Sure,
that
sure,
was
sure.
that was worse than like Scottish.
Anyways,
I
go ahead.
love London slang.
It's triggering plots, schemes, bribery, and blackmail in an attempt to steal his domain out from under him.
His network of weed farms,
Yes.
which
is,
also have a bunch of names like Sticky Bush.
I got that sticky.
That Sticky Bush. Sticky Bush.
I don't know if anybody wants a sticky
No.
bush.
Steve got that Sticky Bush.
I got that sticky bush.
That's gross. That's gross.
Gross. But yeah, this movie, I'm gonna say it right out the gate here. Something about it, it couldn't keep my attention.
I love this movie.
I thought it was pretty good too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I just couldn't pay attention to it. Like, I wanted to. I was trying to not look at my phone because...
Maybe it's you. What was going on with you that day?
Was it today that you watched it?
It was today.
Were you doing
What was
something
going
else
on? Yeah.
at the same time?
No.
What was on your mind?
I was eating my lunch.
Don't lie to me.
What
I
was
know
on your
you. You
mind?
tried to do like 10 things.
I was
today.
eating my
happened?
lunch. No, I literally
both
sat down.
interviewing
Did you
you.
have a
yeah.
Did you have a nightmare?
Sorry.
Did you have a nightmare that like destroyed the rest of your day?
No, I'm in a pretty good mood today. I didn't have anything else like I wanted to try to do. So like I sat down at lunch to start it, and as soon as it started, I was like, this pizza doesn't taste that good. And I'm
Oh,
like
it was
looking
the
at the
pizza.
pizza, and then I'm looking like,
I ate pizza
what
too.
did anybody email me something or and, like I don't know, my brain just wasn't in the movie. I tried really hard. I don't think this movie was bad. I saw everything that was going to happen from the beginning kind of happen. I knew that what's his face was going to be trying to swindle what's his face or have a one up on him, and then he was going to get back on him and all this stuff. I knew Matthew McConaughey did not fucking die in the beginning. Like, and then
is there a name for this kind of movie where it's like someone's like
double cross on a
character-
double cross?
Well, no. Well, it's the way that it's all of it, to be honest. But you know how Colin Farrell and what is that other guy's name? Jags, the blonde dude.
Oh, Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam. Yeah, when they're
Hunnam.
pretty much
Hunnam.
narrating the movie, right? The
Yeah.
majority of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
But you get other movies kind of like that are kind of like this, that maybe like Snatch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
where
there's
they're,
other
they're
movies that
telling
kind
it,
of like,
and then you're seeing it.
and then you see it meet up modern day kind of thing. Is there
I
a
mean,
name for these? Because you see them, I feel like we see them more frequent. I can't
like a
think of a bunch,
monologue.
but I feel like I've watched a few.
Well, you got a computer in front of you. You can maybe Google that.
I don't even know what to
Yeah,
type in
right.
for something like
Right.
that.
True. No,
Nah, I don't know.
again, I'm not saying that I didn't stop watching it or been like, this piece of shit. It's just something didn't hook me, and I couldn't get into the movie. Like, I enjoyed parts of it. I thought there was some fun parts to it, but it just, I don't know. I just couldn't pay attention, and I wasn't doing anything else. I was just literally like,
It does do some bouncing back and forth from a lot of scenes, but there's a few scenes that are like long and extended, like the
And I'm
reporter guy
normally-
and the Charlie whatever
yeah,
dude.
I like the idea of Hugh Grant's
Dialogue
character
heavy.
trying to like make a script and talk about that the story that's actually happening is what's happening, right?
Yeah.
Or the movie that he's writing or the screenplay that he's writing is actually what's happening and trying to frame it that way. But it just didn't. It just didn't click for me. I was
It's
just
a
like,
shame
okay.
though, because I feel like it deserves so much attention because of the performances in the movie. Like I feel like multiple people did such a good job with who they were in the movie.
Colin Farrell for sure. I will
Yeah.
agree with that. He was outstanding in the movie. Hugh Grant had a lot of dialogue heavy, like one shot lines where it's like, holy shit, that's a lot to say in one shot. But I didn't think he was anything more than what he normally is in any movie.
I think minus every scene. So maybe every scene that didn't have Matthew McConaughey felt like it was machine gun fire dialogue for the majority of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I like the scene where they sit
So
down.
you really have to fucking like.
Yeah. Well, again, and it's not like I
Eyes
didn't
wide,
pay
ears
attention
open.
and I
Yeah.
wasn't watching this movie, but like it just didn't grab me like I think it should have.
Get off my.
Right, like the scene where they sit down and then the Asian dude's trying to like buy him out or whatever. Say here, have he's like, well,
The
you're
paperweight.
gonna have to put more
What a chotch.
more zeros on the end of that kind of thing. I like how they changed how it went. Right, the scene. And looking back, you can say, okay, he's changing it because it's not real, but then they change it to the real thing, right? Okay, that's all right. As I'm watching it, that's all. That's literally my okay.
Good job.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought this movie was good. There's some slow parts, but besides that, I love this movie. The pig scene, I didn't predict the parts for the most part at all. I thought I had it right for the most part. I was like, parts of me were like, oh, maybe his wife's in on this, or maybe there's other parts going on. No, not
I
at all.
feel like there are multiple parts where like you're like right there, and then they do a small like tweak. It's like okay. Oh wait, no. like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you thought, Nope, not that.
I like the fake scenes too. It's
Mhm.
nice to give you a
I
double take.
I like
Yeah.
that they
I
started
am the lion.
the movie the way
I
that
am
they
the
did
lion.
too.
Yeah.
So that then when that scene comes back around, you're like,
Oh,
okay,
shit.
what's gonna happen? Like, who does this? Who gets out of it? What is happening?
Yeah, my thought again though was I was like, that's Matthew McConaughey. He's not dying. Like literally within
Well,
the
why
first.
wouldn't he?
I know, and I wanted the movie to kill him, and then when spoilers, the double cross or whatever happens, I was like, fuck it, they don't got the balls to do that. Okay. Okay. It kind of made me mad. Like you fake me out, and I was like, obviously they're not going to kill him. It's Matthew McConaughey.
But-
yeah, they're probably going to do it back, whatever.
But
where
there
it's
have
back
been
in
multiple
time.
movies like that where it shows the ending
I know
at the beginning
I
and
know.
then work their way to it.
Right,
so-
which is what I thought was happening.
Just take him out quick.
Kind of.
Mhm.
Right, it's kind of that. Right, it's not the end of the movie, but towards the end of the movie, with where that scene is, I just went, he's not dying.
Yeah.
And then I was like, see, to my dog, I went, see, I fucking knew.
I feel like
I was
that's
like, God damn it. And I'm not sitting here to try and be like, oh, I'm smarter than the movie or anything. I just,
no.
I wanted there to be something more or not. I don't know. I don't want to be,
It's okay
be
to
able
be
to
safe,
guess.
dude. It's all right to be a little safe. You don't got to kill everybody off every time to be a good movie. You know, he can be alive.
I agree with that.
You
I
know?
agree with that. Then kill Hugh Grant.
I think
Kill them all.
I think he did.
I think he did too. But
I mean, I think he
show
did.
me it.
I'm
Kill
pretty
'em
sure
all.
he did. That was
Yeah.
the only loose end left at that point. So
Yeah, I mean there is something.
I
to be
actually even
said.
like how they did that, like how she walked in and was like, "He got him," and then it just like, you know,
Yeah, I will
Full
say
story.
that this has one of the best written woman characters I've seen in a long time.
Which one?
She's Bad Boss.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, that scene, we can even talk about it now, where she gets held up, whatever, gunpoint, and it was funny, the dude getting shot in the head and being like,
and it's so tiny, the tiniest little thing.
I know that good dude was a douche, but that was the first thing he went for.
what?
He went for the
Oh, the rape, you can say. it.
yeah, the graping. Yeah, I don't.
Well, he didn't have a weapon, so that was his weapon of choice.
Yeah.
But he could have grabbed the two guns that those guys probably had.
Also, the amount of racial slurs in this movie was
Well, it's a Guy Ritchie
pretty
movie,
heavy.
so I mean,
It's pretty heavy.
I also, but on that note, while that's a stressful scene for
Sure.
a minute,
Yeah.
love
the shoes.
when she's just like, "Oh, hey, babe," and then they show his face. Honestly, like not his dialogue, but like he was okay. I mean, I can't remember his name. Harry something.
We'll get to it.
Him. I just don't want to keep calling him the Asian guy.
You can call him what they were calling him.
I just don't remember his name. What was his name?
They were calling him. Is it a slur? Because I don't know slurs very well. I know a few.
I'll get ready to
big ones.
bleep it.
I don't want to say it
No.
now.
No, what was his name? Dry mouth.
No, she's about to do it
That's
for
his
me.
name. That's his name in the
No,
dry
no,
eye.
yeah,
Dry eye.
Yeah,
It's
That's
Is that
not
a
a. That's
No,
not a
that's not
slur.
a-
That's not a
I don't
slur.
know
I
why
think
they're-
it is.
Wide.
and your eyes dry out when you smoke pot.
Yeah. Look, you got to get the drippies. See that?
Don't look at me. I'm just
Look
looking.
at you. Yeah,
I'm
he's
doing-
fine. He's doing his thing. That's good. Well, he's looking that up.
But
Where?
The reason I was saying that is I thought one of the best parts for him in the movie, like performance-wise, was that part when he walks in.
It's a slur.
Is it?
I think so.
Not
They have
good.
because they have a predisposition to drying up.
Well,
dry
it's New York
eyes?
Times, so I mean, the slur is so open. I think they're talking about this movie too. It's just You don't even know anything could be.
But he went by
They even
that
talk about this in the
himself.
movie when they're in the gym, and he's like, "Well,
But they all called him that.
if you
even
say
his
it with
people.
love," is what he says. Yeah.
But, anyways, when he looks up and sees Matthew McConaughey in the door, the facial change that happens on him as he's
the
standing
oh
behind
fuck
his wife,
face is what I like.
because in that moment, he knows
He's gone.
he's fucked. Like there's
done.
nothing that can be done now
Well,
because
he's
he
about
thought
to-
he was dead.
Right?
He thought he was dead
well,
at that
don't
point.
don't until you get the text
But I just
message to
thought-
say he did.
I just thought it was so well the way he made his face drop in that split to look in like sheer
right.
terror and
Right.
distraught
Yeah.
was impressive.
Yeah, I agree. I liked how it didn't show him die. It just showed her face getting,
Splattered with blood.
and she doesn't even facial
Flinch.
doesn't
I mean,
flinch
she
nothing
because of the sound, but didn't give a shit about them.
Right.
Yeah,
because hey, what's
she's a
up?
boss bitch.
I liked it. Where to watch this? If you have the subscription to Netflix, you can watch
Keep
it on
simple
there.
today.
Rent, Fandango at home, Amazon, YouTube, Google Play, and Apple TV. First one
Pretty
in a
normal.
while. Yeah, first one in a while for
Semi-normal.
Netflix. Obviously, this should be on Netflix because there is a show that they made about this that's also on Netflix.
Is it like a
Gentleman.
1-for-1? It's supposed to be same world, same
It's not the
everything?
same story. Like they are not the same people,
Oh,
People.
but it's
I like that.
supposed to be in the same
People.
like environment. I believe. Like I think it's tied to it in some sense, but I don't. They're not like. It's not like they're younger versions of some of the characters in this movie or something like that.
Okay.
Like, but I think it is somehow.
It's just in the same playground.
Maybe Matthew McConaughey is like their dad.
you're not my dad.
One of the things I know about the
Alright,
movie is
alright,
someone
alright.
dies and like his stuff is being left to.
Somebody.
Yeah, so maybe I don't know.
It-
Maybe
it-
it's a fast forward type of.
It speeds through a lot of this stuff, like personal life stuff or backstories for people.
I don't think much.
It's not even really
Needed,
Yeah,
backstories.
it doesn't. It's not.
No,
really
his was
needed
the only
for-
one that they really like.
Which you need that.
You needed it.
Right.
How he got here, how he got to where he was,
Lying.
his connections.
Lion. Right. Fucking just
He is, though.
hacking bitches up
That's
with a
what
machete.
I love about it. The lion was nothing without his lioness, and he put her.
Yeah.
Didn't give a shit about anything else over that.
I like the guy's line where he said something about a silverback and his back being more silver than
more silver.
whatever, and then he was like, "Yeah, but I'm a lion." It's like,
I'm not.
all right, all right.
Who wins?
I'm
let's
not-
get into the juicy
Oh,
topics.
So you're okay. So the question is, in real life, who wins, a silverback gorilla or a lion?
Yeah.
Like free for all, or is there like, hey,
So,
we're putting them in a cage in like
so they don't.
an arena?
I
to
don't think
fight?
they live in the same place, so I don't know that it's something that would ever.
That's what I'm. That's the question. Is
But
where is this fight happening?
gorillas do
in the
Just
mist?
on land
go.
somewhere. Put
Gorillas
them in a cage. I
do
don't give a
go
shit.
up against like jaguars and stuff though, and they're smaller than lions.
They probably go up against tigers too. They think maybe they live in the same spot. And tigers are bigger than lions. Look it up. I got it.
Wally can look it up. He's now
I
got
really
a
don't know, but
got the computer in
Look,
front.
look up what gorillas.
Who would win in a fight, a gorilla
No.
or a lion?
I'm already typing it in.
No,
because
some tigers are bigger
I don't
than
want
lions.
to. I don't want to tell the world that.
What do tigers dream of?
Some tigers are bigger than lions. But what I was gonna say, look up what like gorillas'
Tiger.
enemies are. What the enemies are gorillas are in their natural habitat.
Snakes, probably.
Because I would like to know what they like.
Fucking gorilla just picks up a
What's,
snake and just
what
starts
hunts
swinging
gorilla
around.
besides people?
Man, that's probably it.
In Tarzan, the jaguar did.
You're right.
Leopards
And
and
it killed-
Crocs, baby.
Ooh,
Leopards and Crocs.
Oh, so maybe it was a leopard.
that would be
not
a
jaguar.
great
Leopards
like,
get fucking big.
Hold
They
on.
get big too, man.
Jaguars are bigger, I think, though.
a new fashion line called Leopards and Crocs.
I like that. I like that.
Leopards and Crocs.
But the Croc.
Yeah.
Those things can weigh probably 1,000,
oh my God,
maybe even 1,500 pounds or something like that.
they're getting big. I've seen Lake Placid.
I'm so glad this thing's in front of me right now.
Yeah, told you, it's awesome. It's a game
Yeah,
changer.
look up how big the crocodiles get.
Yeah.
I'm
Because why
interested
not?
in what it's going to say because there are different species of crocodile as well. So.
There are, yes. There's alligators. Wait, what?
Alligators and
20 feet.
I
crocodiles.
know. Oof, that's a big one.
Females 8 to 12.
Oh, it says they rarely exceed 14 feet in the wild, though. Interesting.
Damn. So here on the Decision Reel podcast,
You learn stuff.
we get to talk about my years of Disney and their fucking Animal Kingdom. 2,430 pounds.
Shoo-wee.
That's the
A
high.
car.
That's
It's
the
a
high.
car. It's
Yeah.
a fucking car. A small car.
The
That's an
lowest.
SUV.
The lowest it says is 440.
That's still
pounds,
ridiculous.
and that's still
Holy
insane.
Shit. All right, I can beat it.
I can be.
I can take
All right,
it.
hold on. Look up how big the crocodile was in Lake Placid.
Okay.
23
They say
feet.
it, right? in the
23
movie?
feet.
God, that's a movie. Isn't Betty White in that?
Yeah, she is.
With a
30
shotgun?
feet.
30 feet. God damn, that's a big old crack.
Because
Still
I
could
remember
take
them
it.
very.
I still got
well,
it.
I remember because
Wally
the
riding a crocodile through
conversation.
the swamp?
The conversation was no, they don't get that big. What the fuck are you talking about? Like that.
But
that's
yes,
not.
they do. Yeah.
But this one did.
And then there was a bunch
Jurassic
of
Park.
Baby ones at the end.
yeah.
She
and
was
then they had-
feeding
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Have you heard them before? That little fucking gargle thing that they do?
Crocodiles.
Crocodile?
Yeah,
Crocodiles terrify me.
No.
It's
Crocodiles
amazing.
and alligators terrify me.
Is it like a
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It's like a
Ooh.
fucking. It's like a purr, but
Yeah,
from
yeah.
a very
From a
slow,
crocodile.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Like Predator?
Yes. Close.
Okay.
While you're talking, I'll find it.
I'm going to find it. I like it. This is written and directed by Guy Ritchie. If anybody could tell the dialogue in this movie from any other Guy Ritchie movies, that's him.
I like it.
Very, very vulgar.
I like the movies though too, where it's like fast-paced dialogue, but also like witty and bouncing around and stuff. I like that.
Tell me a Guy Ritchie movie.
I feel like that's exactly what I did.
That's
Yeah.
that's a better Predator.
They've put this in movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100%.
Now going to be on the Steve's Fun Facts of the Week at the end. It's like,
This is how I sleep. I feel so bad for Sarah.
It sounds like Carrot gets there sometimes.
oh my god.
It does. It's a snore. It's probably a fucking snore.
You need a sleep apnea mask to help you out with that, by the way. It's not good. It's not healthy.
Just let me fucking die my way, man. Jesus Christ.
Just let me go out.
I could die from millions. Let me fucking. If it's my sleep snoring, thank God.
Let me go out sounding like that. Or like Little Nicky. Anybody remember that one? No.
Popeyes is the shizness.
I like it. This is rated R for violence, language throughout, sexual references, and drug
The whole
content.
time.
Not.
I can see that. What's I guess the rape. The rape. Thing?
Yeah, I mean,
course.
that's a sexual reference.
I don't want to talk about sex while you make that noise. Please stop.
Yeah, that's not. But definitely go home to
I
Carrot
mean,
and do
also
that.
pig
What?
sex.
What?
They don't
There's
actually
fake
show
sex.
that.
They
No,
pick-
but you hear it.
Depict.
and
Kind of
talk
gross.
about
It
it.
is kind of gross.
Yeah.
It's not the first thing I've seen with pig
Gross.
sex.
Excuse me.
Well, Black Mirror's first episode had pig sex in it.
Oh, pig.
Oh.
Pig sex. I was like, I don't know what you're saying. I get it.
No, the first episode of
Yeah,
Black Mirror ever had pig sex in it. I remember I didn't even know what the show was, and Carrick had I guess decided he wanted to watch it because he knew we both like the shows where the episodes are different. But the show has a commonality of it all being fucked up or it all being weird. And I remember, but I didn't know what we were watching. He just came in and put something on, and I was like,
What the fuck is this?
and we get into it, and I can't tell you how many times I went, okay, what the fuck are we watching? Because
This dude's fucking
I
a
knew
pig.
nothing about it, and then when we got to the end of the episode, I looked at him and I was like, where do we go from here? And he was like, oh no, that's it.
Yeah,
The next one's, and I was like,
They're all standalone. Yeah.
I went through that for what? That one episode.
So, question: what is the best Black Mirror episode?
Is there a Black Mirror?
No.
What the fuck? Is it
You've-
called The Black Mirror?
Hold on. Are you telling me you've never seen a single episode of Black Mirror?
Maybe. My brain works in mysterious ways,
You
so
have
I don't
to
know.
watch it. You have to
Oh
watch
my
it.
god. Ah, my god.
Oh
This
my
is
God.
like this is like if I made a TV show. Okay, here's one episode for you. It's in all these everything's sort of in the distant but close future, right?
Okay.
And no episode is the same, but there's still same elements kind of strung through them, let's say. There's one
Sure.
episode where there's this video game where you go in and you put this little thing on your temple, and it's VR, but in the future to where you're literally in the game. It's
Sure.
realistic, it's real life, whatever.
If you die there, do you die in real life?
Not in this episode. So there's a fighting game like Mortal Kombat, right? And this guy's playing it, and he's meeting up with this girl all the time, and she's a fighting girl character, and he's a fighting guy character, and they fight all the time. Well, instead of playing the game, Wally, they start doing the sexuals in the game because it's that realistic, right? Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, sure.
You see, can you pick up where we're gonna go with it?
Come to find out, that girl that he's been fucking forever and having a good time with is a dude.
Playing another dude.
Oh.
So, you know how today's
Is it
people in video
it's
games?
pretty anatomically what word am I looking correct though in the VR?
in
Well,
VR,
but
it's
he's
a woman.
playing a woman.
Yeah, so
So
he's
his
fucking
character is a woman.
so is that gay?
That's the question. And then
Tara?
No, because he thinks he's fucking a woman.
Exactly.
until it comes out and he says he's a dude, and then they continue
Yeah.
to fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Oh,
Yeah, they do.
because they're best friends now at this point.
Oh, Jesus.
That are hanging out, playing
They're
video
like, but
games
this
every
is what I
night.
do,
And this
so-
guy's married, but yet he's like, "Yo, fuck, go to bed. I'm playing video games with my boy."
video games.
But they're fucking in it, and
What a world to live
it's
in.
wild. It's wild. There's another episode, which is my favorite episode. Can I say it real quick?
Mhm.
It has to do, it's called Playtest. And this guy goes to this company, and it's like, hey, we got this new video game that's coming out by this, like, acclaimed, like, think Hideo Kojima. Like,
Sure,
the
dope.
biggest guy, the best guy. And it's, okay, it's like a haunted house game, right? Same kind of thing. They
Yes.
put this thing on him. He goes in, and I don't want to spoil too much, because if you haven't seen it, we need to watch it.
You need to watch all of the episodes like immediately,
Yes.
like in one
Sure,
sitting,
if I have
like
time, yes.
right now.
Like
Cancel
right now.
brand practice.
Dude, I
like,
just watched
right now.
100 episodes of an anime show, so I think I'm good. I think I can pull it off.
One Piece?
No, that's 1,000.
Dragon
That's a
Ball
lot
Z.
of things.
I believe
Yeah,
that's like
a lot.
1,200
was it?
episodes.
The Big O. Remember that?
No, it's called 4-Leaf Clover.
I do
Ooh.
remember.
4-leaf tape back.
Oh, the sound makes man's life.
Anyways, shit goes crazy in this episode, and the craziest part to me is the ending when they find out it was a split second. You remember, right?
Mm.
Oh my god, I was like, what? And then the episode just ends, and it was like, that's fucking wild.
There's a lot of episodes that do have very futuristic like variables in them. Like there's another one where like people are getting things put like behind their eye, where like you can rewind memories in your head and stuff. So like you can see. So like for example, if you're getting in a fight and you're like, well, I didn't say that. Rewind the tape. You did.
Yeah, that was
And that
crazy.
episode gets
I'd love
fucking
that.
crazy
Yeah.
though.
I'd love to have that.
And then there's another one where
Replay my
like
memories.
this woman ordered her dead husband
Excuse me?
as a
Doll?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
completely forgot about that one. Yeah, and that gets
Um,
wild.
and then there's another one where one of my favorites is the Bryce style or the
Yep.
where
Social
in real
media.
life the way that you are liked is that's your financial stability.
So Facebook. Think
So-
of how many people that gives you a like on
So
Facebook.
your followers, your likes and
Oh, that
stuff,
sounds
how it is on
terrible.
social media, but in the show, it's so people rate their experiences with you.
So just
In
absurd
real
Like an
time.
people.
Uber
just
driver
absurd
or
people.
whatever.
In real, no, but
Yes.
that's the world.
is
That's
absurd
how
people.
you are
Yeah.
judged by, like, with getting a
Yeah.
loan and stuff like that, or
Like right now-
moving into a new community.
After we had this conversation, you left. You would have rated our experience.
Fucking positive.
Right, it's
It's,
good.
it's based off like
9-1.
stars,
But Tara went. Well, Steve didn't like that movie. Negative.
like 3 stars. But like
Right.
they get it's like stars and percentages and stuff. And so she has good, like Bryce Dallas Howard has like a good rating, not great rating, but so what it forces you to do though, which is the part I like about it, is that you kind of have to be on your P's and Q's,
Always. Yeah.
or else your life could go to shit. But then in your weak moments,
Mm-hmm.
your life goes to shit, because if you have you start getting anxiety about something, you start getting upset about something and lashing out or whatever, you start
You need to
getting
watch this
bad
shit.
ratings, and
It
so
sounds
it's just
good.
But
it's
the thing is, so every episode is like a mini movie.
honestly the
Sure.
Miley Cyrus episode was crazy too, and I
That's
don't even like
crazy.
her, but the
No.
episode was fucking like
The
So it's a bunch of stories.
yes,
there's
but
a
it's
ton of
all
those
in like
things
the
out.
same kind of universe, right?
Sure. Okay.
Their other one were the game show. Remember that one where like they're pedaling bikes all the time, and then you get up to do.
Mhm.
Oh my god,
you
that's
win
wild.
like certain
You guys
perks
ever
and
watched
stuff.
Love and Robots? You guys ever watched that?
Yes, really good.
Yeah.
That's fucking phenomenal. I love that shit. That's phenomenal.
Black Mirrors.
The
Is it Netflix?
Yep.
the space
I might check it
team
out.
So
episode.
yes,
The Space
that,
Team
that was
episode?
wild. The one episode I do want to say before we move on is it just came out in the last
The last
series,
bunch.
right?
Yep.
And it brought my man back from the dead, basically not being in anything. You know who I'm talking about, Mr. Josh Hartnett.
Mhm.
I've been missing him.
That was a crazy episode. But even the Annie Murphy episode, the first episode in the
That's
season.
even. Let me shit everywhere. Yeah, it's great. Okay, let me paint a picture for you, Walter.
Paint it.
This episode is so wild. Okay,
Yeah.
distant future. There's these two guys who are in. Yeah,
Also, real quick, for people who watched Black Mirror, it had been a long time since we had gotten Black Mirror.
Yeah.
And this is how they kicked it off.
Guys, that's how you gotta do it.
these. Like,
Josh Hartnett, Aaron Paul,
Oh, okay.
right there. Ooh.
Okay.
There are two astronauts in this space station where they are so far away from Earth that like they've been on like 2 or 3 years they've been gone or
Mhm.
something, right? Just two guys.
Sure.
And
doing
they,
whatever, like they're studying, whatever.
right,
So they have to
they're
be up
doing their
there,
thing, doing
like,
whatever, doing
they
their
each
exercise.
have a role. like they're a specialty or
Sure,
whatever.
sure.
Right. So it shows them going through all this stuff. But at the end of the day, they go into their sleep pod. And what happens is it brings them back to Earth in a robot. But that robot is anatomically correct, looks fine. We're talking like Terminator-esque. You can't tell it's a robot, right?
I feel like there'd be lag.
You would
Anyways,
think.
go ahead.
But it basically
But
sends
this is future. A lot of this stuff
Right.
is, you know,
but
like
it
I
sends
said,
their
futuristic stuff.
consciousness back to the robot,
Cool.
right? So
So
Aaron
you can
Paul
still be
goes
with your
back
family.
to his family. Josh Hartnett goes back to his
When do you
family
sleep?
when they're in the robot.
Okay,
right?
go ahead. Sorry. I
So
have a lot of
basically, they
questions.
can come back for like weeks at a time, right?
Okay.
Because they're not doing whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyways,
technically their body is resting. Like their body is still getting rest.
right? The brain's just not right because they're whatever. So, anyways, Josh Hartnett's family, they all get
Can I say something?
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense already.
what?
Is it supposed to make sense? Why wouldn't you just send the robot?
Because good idea.
Why would the robot be on the plane?
I think it's unrelative. Something happens.
Ah,
you know,
that- yeah,
like,
I think they
like
do
need
talk
the real
about
people
it.
there.
Yeah, they
Okay.
do talk about
Alright.
it.
But yeah, so if something happens to Josh Hartnett's family, they don't exist anymore.
Sure.
Josh Hartnett's robot does not exist anymore.
Oh shit.
Right. So Aaron Paul has a wife and a young son. Just that's it. And so after months of, hey, I can't go visit my
Can I
family.
use
Josh
yours?
Hartnett is depressed. Like he's going
Can
through.
I use your
it.
body?
Oh, that's so weird.
And at first it's like, yeah, but then
Because
it
he's like
gets-
just to get him in the world, like just
Yeah.
to get him out of the space
'cause you're in
station.
you're
They
in
start
fucking room.
fighting over it too.
Oh, dude, it's wild.
Yeah, we're not gonna get more into it
conceptual,
than
that's
that,
pretty
but
cool.
like that's what it's
Everything that you think would happen happens.
pretty much happens.
But then other
other.
shit. Yeah, shit happens. We're
Dude,
like,
I like the
oh.
concept of that. I love that shit.
So every episode is like that. It's a fucked up. It's called Black Mirror for a reason. It's just like
fucked
the-
up scenarios.
looking into the mirror and seeing the worst of anything.
And not all the episodes are the same length. Like some of them are under only like 50 minutes. Some of them are like an hour, 10 minutes. Like it like
that one was like almost 2 hours.
one was
I think.
lengthy,
Yeah, that was
lengthy.
a movie. It's great.
And one of the seasons, you only got one episode technically, but it was a choose your own
Adventure.
Like
Oh.
so,
It's
so
it's a
on
movie.
the thing,
Yeah.
you're
That was
picking
really
what
good.
happens.
I really like
That's
that
pretty
one.
How many
cool.
times did you go through and like just try to do a bunch of the different
I did it twice, and then IGN made like a thing of saying,
Of what they
"Here's
were,
the map
yeah.
of what you can do and what happens." That's actually really cool
But yeah,
because
it
it's
was
a
cool.
it's a pick your own adventure movie,
Mhm.
and the outcome and everything about it is pretty wild too.
in
uh,
all
like
the
that.
different like
And it's a guy making a video game, so
I like
you're
it.
kind
It's
of like
very cool,
deciding
yeah.
yeah.
All right.
I'm telling you, Black Mirror is the show to get on. I don't know if
And they're
Sarah
not
would be
long.
into
They're
it,
not
but
long. Like I said, the episodes are a little. Some of them are lengthy, but the seasons are like at most. There's a season I think that has 6
4 or
episodes.
5, yeah,
Like the first season I think only had 3.
something like
The
that.
last season we just got I think only had 3.
3 or 4.
And then the ones in the middle are kind of like 5
Yeah, yeah,
episodes,
yeah.
6 episodes. So it's not like
So what I want to say,
Hefty.
Netflix, we just gave you the biggest fucking commercial ever for this show.
Sponsored.
yeah. So can we get another season? Can we
Right,
get another
can we-
season
can
too?
we,
Because that season came out last summer. I think we're due.
Might have came out before then.
It was when we went to.
Wally can look it up.
It came out
When the last Black
when we
Mirror
went to
season came out.
California for my cousin's wedding is when it came out because we watched it when we were and that was September.
I can't even remember, dude. Time is just nothing right now.
I
After
the only
COVID-
reason I can is because I can connect it to
Sixth
something
season
that
was
happened.
June 15th.
Oh, sorry, June,
2023.
Okay, there you go.
June. Yep,
About a year ago.
last summer.
See, I don't even know what last
Right,
summer
June.
was.
Why am I thinking September? Oh, because we're going in the fall this year. It was
you go.
June. We were in California last
There you
year,
go. Anyways, back to what we should be talking
which is
about.
also on Netflix. This movie.
Yes, exactly. That's how we got here. This movie, which is called what,
The Gentleman.
is starring Matthew McConaughey as Michael Mickey Pearson, Tom Lambert as young Mickey, Charlie Hunnam as Raymond
Is
Smith.
it Hunnam or Hunnam? Does anyone know?
Oh, I think it's
Hunnam is how I'm saying it.
Hunnam.
Henry Golding as Dry Eye. So I gotta say it. That's his name in the fucking movie.
That's what I'm saying. They all call him that.
Michelle
Supposedly it's a
Dockery
slur.
as Rosalind Pearson. Jeremy Strong as Matthew Berger. Colin Farrell as Coach. Hugh Grant as Fletcher. Eddie Marsan as Dave Big Dave. Tom Wu as
Big
George
Dave.
Lord George. Bugsy Malone as Ernie. What a name. Bugsy. Chidi
That sounds so
Adjufo
English.
as
Bugsy.
Bunny and Jason Wong as Fuck.
It's
Fuck.
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 Is it Fuck or
It's
Fuck?
fuck.
Fuck. Calm the
Get this
fuck
fuck-
down.
We might as well just try. That's my favorite scene of the whole
Calm the
movie. by
fuck
the way.
down.
That is the perfect
What the fuck?
Guy Ritchie
Oh my
scene,
God.
though. I mean, that's what he does well. That's what he excels in. It was funny.
I haven't decided yet if he is. I'm gonna let it be a in the moment decision when you ask me.
Sure.
But Colin Farrell is in the running for my favorite person in this movie because of multiple reasons.
Okay.
Like just multiple reasons.
If we're doing this now, he's mine.
But especially like when he goes to him, like once he finds out his boys robbed him, he goes directly to him and he's like, "Look, this is what happened. I take full responsibility. You know,
He's a
they
man
fucked
about
up. Whatever you need from me."
I like when he was like 3, I'm out, and then he comes back and kills the dudes, and he goes,
Get forward.
But then that he already knew, like that he already went and got phuck because he was like, just in case they ask.
Right.
I'm gonna have this guy with me. Like, I loved him, and I love his plaid jumpsuits that they all wear. All those guys.
That feels like a gangster thing to do, like maybe an Irish gangster.
Is that a real
Makes sense.
song, or
He
was
is
that
Irish,
song
isn't
made
he?
for the movie? Because that song that group is doing at the end.
It
I
has
loved
to be for the movie
actually
because
really
the
loved
words,
it.
the
It
words
goes-
are
yeah,
about
perfect,
the like the weed
That's
and
true,
that they
yeah.
jack.
But when the credits, I don't turn it off because I'm just like,
A minute.
It's funny because
I don't even need to watch their little music video they're doing. I just want to hear
I watched the majority of this, I would say today, and I did the last 10 minutes on the way here, and the outro song, that song came on for the credits again, and I'm like, oh yeah, fuck
yeah, it's a jam.
There's no way they're not making it for the movie. I mean, they're literally, like you
so,
said,
too.
talking.
But are they?
through
What
what they're
I guess
doing.
more so what I meant is, are maybe they real
Rap stars in the UK?
in
Probably.
UK?
Let's be
I don't know.
real,
Maybe
yeah.
not stars, but maybe like
Up and comers doing their thing.
Oops,
What's
not
really cool is they're putting that on the internet in the movie, in the universe of them killing all these people and taking all their shit, like just blurring out their eyes. One of the dude, you could see his face, like it was like, okay. So they're not getting caught? I guess not.
I also
you know.
all of the exchanges with Hugh Grant and Charlie, where every time it goes back to them, because some of it is so like, it just seems, it almost
Boxes
seems like
of Bush performed by Bugsy Malone.
like a
Yeah,
dad,
Bugsy, yeah, all right.
like
there
a
we go.
dad dealing with a kid, almost like the way that. Even when he gives them the script so they can do the
Apology?
the what's it called
yeah.
the overdub while they're watching it, like this, so that they know what he could have just told him, but he was like, no, just do this with me, like
Just do.
and then he paused it and he's like, can you give it a little bit, like, come on, give it a little bit more, like
Which was funny. Runtime on this guy, 113 minutes. I thought, like, going into this movie, I felt like it would be longer, and I'm okay with it being the length that it was, but like a Guy Ritchie movie is normally lengthy.
I like the length of it because I do think some of the parts make it seem longer, feel longer, because there's just a lot. It's heavy. There's a lot going on.
Lots of good that's what she said there. But yeah.
That's what she said.
It's heavy.
Lots going on.
Good.
Release date in the U.S., January 24th, 2020.
Sure.
I don't know what. Sure.
Feels about right.
Fuck.
Calm
What
the
the
fuck down.
Come on.
Box office that week, the top 10. Number 10 is one of my favorite movies that has come out in the last, 5 years. Knives Out.
Great.
I almost picked that for this week.
We'll see. I would have been into that.
I was between Knives Out and The Gentleman, and I was like,
Is that the one with James Bond?
Yes.
I just watched it recently, actually.
It's
like
so good.
3 weeks ago.
I mean, I really liked the second one, even though it had a different vibe. I don't think I liked it as much
As the
first
credits,
one?
when the credits rolled, I went, that was a good
That was
movie,
good.
but I'm never going to watch it again.
I will watch this first one. Yeah,
Yeah,
I watched the
exactly.
first one. I love that movie.
Yeah. But
I
they're
love it.
also
it's
making,
on my list.
They're also making another one.
But I do like that it's a similar where he's the only common denominator. Like it's a different.
Yeah, no, I like
thing.
that. Yeah. He's basically just Sherlock Holmes.
I love
but
that.
Trying to kill himself, but all right, I'll take another fucking.
But yeah,
case,
it was on my list, right under this one on my movie list, and I went,
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Number 9, Just Mercy.
I don't know what that is.
Me
Wally,
neither.
Walter.
I'm getting it.
See, this works out now. I don't have to do everything.
We
It's
saw
great.
that. Carrick and I went and saw this in the theater, The Gentleman.
Oh, really?
And we both really liked it.
It
when we saw
has.
Ooh, Michael B. Jordan.
And then it has Jamie Foxx.
Ooh.
And then it has Brie Larson.
Oh, that's a random.
I think I could. I don't have my glasses on, but it looks
Lengthy.
like Brie Larson.
It
Yep.
is
Oh my glad you can't
It's
see that.
lengthy.
Huh? No, you're not looking at the same thing. I'm looking at a picture.
Okay.
It's a very small picture.
Oh,
He didn't
okay,
read her
sorry.
name. He
It's
just
like
was looking at
it's like the tip of my.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Although her name is also.
And she's also covered. I was going by this.
That just sounded like
But
such an
that's the bigger
old
My
picture
man
on
brain.
the
thing to
side
say.
right there.
I don't have
I
my
think it's the
glasses
same
on.
size.
I can't see.
No,
It's the same size.
it's
It's the same size.
what I mean is though that one shows her name up at the top.
I actually think this picture's bigger.
But that one shows her name at the top.
This one's zoomed into her face.
But it's not the whole picture.
Did you do this with your little sister?
Did I do what?
Anyways,
Did you do this? Jesus. Number 8, Little Women.
Oh, the newer one.
Remake.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure no one cared.
I did.
Was it good?
Yeah, I mean, same story, but it's just redone. But I like. Florence Pugh was in it. Timothy Chalamet was in it.
Chalamet.
Shamalama ding dong.
I don't know.
Little
Is it a woman?
Sarsha.
Starsha.
No, Sarsha.
Sarsha.
It's an Irish name, so it doesn't.
Irish.
It's not
It's Gaelic.
pronounced how it's
Walsh.
spelled.
Gaelic.
McCready.
She called it Irish, but she's the one who was in that movie, Hannah.
Hannah Waddington.
She was in Lady Bird.
Lady Bird. Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
I can't remember how, but it's definitely. If you were to look at it,
yeah.
you would not know how you would say it. But
All right. What's next?
Number 7, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
don't look at
Let's
the things though, just in case we do one of these movies.
I
ain't
don't
gonna
read
remember.
anyways. I can't read.
I don't read.
I don't read good.
I promise you that I don't read. I
What
don't read
What
good.
is book?
Did you like? We've had this conversation before. Out of the newer Star Wars,
See, I feel like
just the
you're
first
struggling.
one.
Huh?
You're struggling over there.
It's very tight to move this thing, which is good. You want it to be tight.
Like a toiger.
Don't
Okay,
know.
so
3
Star
Star
Wars,
Wars.
The Rise of Skywalker. See, this is where I'm like, I don't
Okay,
even, I don't even,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, hold on.
Did you like the new ones? How did you feel about the new Star Wars? Did you watch them? Do you even like Star Wars? Have you seen Star Wars? We've
Oh,
talked
yes,
about this
yes.
before.
She's
Yes.
seen the original
The
trilogy.
original trilogy.
And then you
I
saw
had them on VHS.
episode 1.
Beautiful.
You went not from
Saw
there.
episode 1. Saw episode 2.
And then we're like, I'm done.
Don't remember anything after that.
Episode 2 sucks.
I did see 1. Something 1. Rogue.
Rogue One was
is
great.
I
Rogue
saw
One
that
is
one.
That's good
I
shit.
saw that one because Carrick
The
dragged me
Force
to
is
the
with
movie
the
theater
Force
to see
is
it.
with- Yeah.
And I watched.
Oh, I'll come to
I've
watch.
seen The Mandalorian
Yeah. Did you
show
like that?
because Carrick watches it.
I
Yeah.
think
sure.
the Mandalorian. I'd hate to say it. Did you watch the whole thing, including the newer ones? Did you like how it ended?
I don't know.
It's
I
not done
don't
yet.
remember.
I know it's not done, but did you like the most recent season?
I don't know. I don't know.
Fucking.
I don't remember.
It went off the rails a little bit.
I don't
I think they
remember.
did the Disney thing,
Yeah, they did.
but I don't want to talk about it
I don't
because
remember.
Tara's rating.
I don't remember. You can talk about it. I don't care.
I think they.
I watch it because Carrick watches it. It's not like if I miss something, I'm not like, oh my god, I need to get home and I need to watch the next one.
it's the Mandalorian, and I feel like they kind of. It's not over, so I hope they don't sell his hero story short. But I feel like they sold his hero story short at the end of the most recent season because they gave it all to
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan. Yeah, like the saber, everything. They did everything. And
Now-
I was like, oh come
I
on,
want
man!
that
I was
big
really hoping
animal.
for this, and it's hard for me not to see it. I don't want to see it, but part of me knows how Disney is now, and
Give it
some
to
of
the
the other
girls.
stuff they've done. Don't have a problem with that.
I don't
But
either.
when
But
it
don't do
feels
it.
like it felt forced to me.
Exactly.
It felt forced. If it was more natural and she was there and there was a huge hero story for her throughout that season,
Which
maybe the
there
end of the
kind of was.
it's
And you could sit there and say it's called The Mandalorian, not Jin Djarin or whatever his name
Yeah.
is. So, The Mandalorians, right? It can
Yeah.
be any one of them. And I think the whole story was supposed
but
to be
it's not
about
The only reason I
Mandalorians.
the reason I got behind it
Mandalorian is plural.
I know.
is because I grasped on him to being a Lone Ranger, that whole
Yeah.
Western thing. So part of me was like, okay, maybe
Don't-
this is how it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Part of me was like, fuck.
That show starts with the.
The Mandalorian, the man. For some reason, that feels maybe more normal because it's a Disney
Yeah.
TV
right,
show.
right. The Star Wars. Doesn't work.
That
Is
would
it?
be Wars Between
It's called
the Stars.
Star Wars, though, right? It's not.
It
the
is
Star.
called Star
Just
Wars.
Star
I was like,
trying to-
what? Did I just
The
have one of
Hulk.
those moments where
My
is
brain.
that the Mandela thing that just
Yeah.
happened to me?
The Hulk.
The Hulk.
The Mandela thing.
The She-Hulk. Oh,
The Butterfly Effect.
that's real. But anyways,
that
Oh,
movie-
now we're getting into
movie,
it. Now we're getting into the
though,
juicy.
That movie's crazy. Have you guys done that movie yet?
no.
The Ashton
Ashton-
Kutcher one?
That's
Ashton
on
Kutcher? Yeah.
my list.
That movie was wild.
Speaking of
I haven't seen it in a long, long time, and certain parts of that movie are
the
still
the
they
power
are
plant,
stuck
the
in my
bridge.
head.
My hands are gone.
Oh my god, that's the exact part I was thinking of when he wakes up from that and doesn't have.
There's only one problem I have with that movie, and that is it breaks its
Is
own
it Ashton
rules.
Kutcher? No.
No, it breaks its own rules. So remember when he goes to jail and he's
Oh,
got to
yeah.
prove to the guy about the Jesus or whatever,
Sure.
and he goes back in time and then puts his hands through the fucking whatever things to give himself stigmata to the guy. Well, if that happened in the
Dude, it's so
movies,
long since I've seen
hold
this
on,
movie.
in the movie's rules, everything changes when he does something back in time. He comes back to a different future, right?
I think it depends on what you change.
Okay.
I want to be able to tell you yay or nay, but I don't remember
It depends
this
on
movie
what
too
you
well.
change.
But I know
It might
the
not have
band-
changed
I saw the
anything
movie.
in his life.
Okay,
Power
so
plant blows
if
up,
you were
right?
if you were a
Bridge, people.
6-year-old kid and you ran up to your teacher's desk and there was 2 giant spikes that she puts whatever through and you put your hands through it, I think your future's fucking changing.
Yeah, you probably went to some sort of psychiatric.
You ain't-
or,
you
Nexus
ain't-
event
like,
kind
Right?
of thing.
You ain't
that young.
You're not
like-
gonna be in the same spot with that guy, and then oh my god, he's got
Well-
the stigmata. I'm gonna
The stigmata.
right.
What's the movie
You
that
got
Ashton
really
did
Italian.
where he was he was doing Coast Guard, and it had
The Guardian.
I like
Kevin
that.
Costner.
That's probably one of the
It's because Kevin Costner was in it. Come on.
yeah. Ooh, he
You-
did a good job too.
I'm
Kutcher
saying
did a
that's
good
why
job.
you like
But
it.
yes,
Yes. I'm a Costner
yes.
mark.
yeah. Look, man,
Yeah, that
Waterworld.
movie's okay.
I'll die on that mountain.
Okay, getting back to the original question, because we need to talk about this movie, Rise of Skywalker. What a piece of shit.
yeah, fuck that.
Totally.
Fuck that.
Thanks.
I thought the same thing.
Oh, we're about to go back into it because the scene where she just fucking flies through space.
No, this is the Rise of Skywalker.
Was that the one before it?
This is the third one. See, that's how big of a piece of shit this movie is.
Didn't she
You
die
don't
in the third one?
remember
Or she
what it
die in the
is.
second one?
Who? Leia.
Princess Leia, yeah.
The second one.
I could swear she died in the
See,
third one.
That's the name I was talking about. How would you say that?
Ronan?
No, the first name.
Sayers? 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 I have no
Sayers.
idea.
it's-
Saoirse.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Sarsha.
No, all of that sucked. All of them sucked. There's a couple of scenes I liked, but for the most part, both those second ones sucked. The first one was all right, but the first one was just this remaking of the first one.
Did you look it up? Are you looking it up so you can see it yourself?
No, I was just making sure I was talking about the correct movie because again, in my brain,
You could. It's been a while. I
I'm-
kind of.
so it's
I
the
saw
third
him
one.
once and was like,
Yeah, it's
I'm
the
out.
third of the trilogy. It's the last of the new
Gotcha.
trilogy. It's so bad that I'm thinking that it's the second movie, but it's not. Hey, remember that fucking sword she gets that it like opens up and she looks at it in a specific point and goes, "Oh, there's where we need to go."
Oh, that's cool. Oh.
No,
No, it's not.
it's
That's
not.
so stupid.
Thank you. Because it doesn't make any sense. That and oh, by the way, yeah, you're related to Palpatine now.
That in the ship they were on, gigantic.
Oh, remember they're
Yeah.
they're riding horses on a
Yeah.
fucking spaceship in space?
It's all pretty ridiculous. The
Yes.
casino part was too
How do they
much.
stick on the fucking space station?
That doesn't sound cool at all.
Oh, it's so bad. You're thinking of the second movie, The Casino.
I'm thinking about all of them together.
Okay. The first one
Yeah.
is not a bad movie.
Yeah, I was into so when they started getting into the Grey Jedi shit with Luke,
Mm.
I was like, okay, this is cool. Maybe they'll do something with this. They didn't do anything with
The second movie was good until she handed him his lightsaber and he went, "No," and chucks it. That's everyone going, "What the fuck?"
it.
From that point on, terrible.
Mandalorian,
It's great.
the best payoff for him, I think, that we've seen since those movies.
Right, but that's going in the past now, you know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know.
versus those. But you're absolutely right. That scene where he just, oh my God, I lost my shit. That's Star Wars to me. Stop. She's like, I don't know what to say because I don't know Star Wars. Oh my God. We figured out.
Jar Jar Binks.
figured out. We figured out how to silence Tara. Start talking about Star Wars. Okay. Number 6.
Baby
Jesus
Yoda.
Christ.
The Turning.
Do the thing. Just do the thing.
Just do the thing.
Okay.
Just Google the thing.
Smarky Mark?
I'm thinking it's a horror movie.
No, I have no idea what this is, and it looks like it.
Absolutely looks like a horror movie. But
Horror mystery.
Finn Woodland or Wolfhand.
Oh yeah, the
Wolfen
Stranger
from,
Things kid.
yeah.
Finn Wolfhard.
It's got Jolie Richardson. She looks
Jolie
familiar.
Why does the
Richardson.
synopsis not over there? Nope.
Kate Mandel takes a job as a nanny for 2 young orphans at an island Gothic mansion. Oh, that sounds great.
Isolated.
I don't even have to
Kinda does
fucking.
That says isolated, not island.
Yeah, I only need to see Gothic mansion. That's all I really needed to
Gothic
see with any of that.
Have you seen Crimson Peak? No. Yes.
Crimson Dawn.
Is it
No, I
Crimson
haven't.
Peak? It's made by the guy that made Hellboy.
Which Hellboy?
Is it Crimson? The first two.
Didn't even know there was a third one.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
don't need
a
to see it.
third one.
I'm
It's
not going
a
to.
it's a remake with David Harbour from.
And I like David.
Yeah,
I do.
it's not good. Anyways, Crimson Peak is a movie starring Tom Hiddleston, Jessica Chastain, Charlie Hunnam, Doug Jones, who's great. I can't say this name. Mia Wasikowska.
Oh, this isn't on the list. I thought you were
No,
still
no.
reading the top
I'm
10.
just. He said a gothic horror type movie, and Crimson Peak is a gothic horror type movie. It is directed by Guillermo del Toro. This movie is if you like number one gothic horror, if you like Tom Hiddleston, if you like Guillermo del Toro, fucking watch this movie.
I like those
Anna.
two.
I like Anna. What's her face?
Watch it. It's really good. It's one of my wife's favorite
I think I
horror
might have
type
seen
movies.
it by the look of it, but I'll go look again.
There's one thing that you would recognize right away, and it's the ghosts type are all red. If that's not jogging your brain, you've never seen it
Did you just spoil something?
because it's in the trailer. I will never spoil anything unless it's in the trailer because they've already spoiled it for you. Okay. Number 5, Jumanji: The Next Level.
So the second one
The
of
second
the new
of the new
ones.
ones. Yep.
I still liked both of them.
It was
I did.
okay. I'm sick of The Rock being in the jungle.
I just
There's lots
like
of rocks in
I
there.
like them having to impersonate the other people. I just think that's fun.
I do like The Rock being a different type of character.
Having
because,
to be having to be Danny DeVito.
Yes, because that's not what he normally plays. And
Still haven't
it
seen
works.
either of these. Either of the newer ones.
You would like him.
You should at least watch the first one. I've said even on the podcast before, when I went to see Jumanji, I was excited. Kevin Hart was big at the time. Not that he's not still, but at the time it was Kevin Hart was in everything. His stand-ups had been huge. But I went to the movie excited about Kevin Hart. I was like, oh, he's going to be hilarious. I walked out of that theater saying out loud to everybody that I told, Jack Black stole that fucking movie from Kevin Hart.
He does in every movie that he
He
does.
was fucking
yeah.
amazing in that. Him having to play a teenage girl should happen way more often
I agree.
because he was just so funny.
I'm allergic to cake. What does that mean?
How's cake a weakness?
Yeah, that was it.
Boom. But then in the second one where he has to, because he's playing an old man, he's the giraffe is and he's talking very, very
That's
slow.
funny,
And they're like,
yeah.
you need to read them faster. We don't know.
Wasn't that Danny Glover?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, he's getting too old for this shit.
Riggs.
He should have
Riggs!
said that
They
at some
told us
point.
shit, Riggs.
But Kevin Hart should have said it.
You're right.
At some point.
Number 4, The Gentleman.
The Gentleman.
Damn it. That's exactly what I thought of
I know.
when you text. You're like,
Do
The
you get
Gentleman.
it?
Like,
Do you get it? If you know
No,
you would know.
I don't think so.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. No.
There's a whole episode.
And I think I've watched all of them. It was just so long ago.
Touche.
I think my brain's slowly falling off.
Yeah, me too. Don't worry. I only remember things that don't matter.
Yeah.
Everything that's important.
I think I'm the opposite at this
Okay.
point. Yeah.
Well, good for you.
My brain is filled with
I think so.
with
Yeah.
movie and TV show
That's it.
trivia
Yeah,
and
that's it.
song lyrics.
And wine.
And wine. just pour it in.
Brain's not filled up with
It
wine.
could be the amniotic fluid around it. Is that it?
I
Is
think
that in
that's
the
for a
bottle? Yeah.
baby.
I don't
Doesn't
think
matter.
that's
See?
amniotic-
Don't
I don't
matter.
think that's in
Maybe it
your
is. I don't
brain.
know.
Who knows?
No, I think it's
Brain
spinal fluid.
mush. What?
Spinal fluid.
Is it brain mush?
I don't
That's-
like that. Sounds like your brain is soft and
Your brain
melt-
is soft.
melting.
brain.
No, I mean it's like
Cerebral spinal fluid.
There you go. Okay. Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
Top
Grey's
3.
Anatomy told me something.
Yeah, you're right. Top 3 that week in no particular order. 1917.
Did we see that together?
We did.
That's,
And
that's
I feel like
military, that's
we were
military.
like the only people in the theater. I remember it was like 5 people there for some reason.
That was the first movie I think we went to see because of it being what it was like a nonstop.
oh yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Right.
The whole movie's
I remember you
one
and I
shot.
going. Hey, you were like, it's one shot, but it's not.
But
There's
it is
trickery.
Yeah. You can
and
tell.
we went there and watched it, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking pretty dope.
The movie's really good. Have you seen it?
I don't remember.
1917. Put
It's
it
a
on
war
your
movie.
fucking list.
No, I know, and usually I do see them because Carrick always wants to see the war movies. But
Benedict Cumberbatch is in it.
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch. He does really good at it. He's not in it very long, but he's
oh, with the
Yeah.
one guy for most of the movie,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
two
Some-
guys.
Something
goes
like
through the
that.
tunnel, and then there's cows.
2 guys and then 1 guy.
Aren't
But
there
yeah.
cows?
Spoilers. yes. There's a scene with
Yeah.
cows, yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah,
Great movie.
I did see that.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great
I did
movie.
see- great record.
Great.
Great record.
Doolittle.
That's
And
2.
What?
Say it again.
So 1917's in the top 3. Doolittle.
Like the
So the-
RDJ one?
Oh, the
Robert
remake.
Downey Jr.
Okay.
one.
Okay.
And Bad Boys for Life.
Dude, okay.
I've seen all 3 of those.
I'm going to go 1917, Bad Boys, Doolittle.
What are you going? The one thing I do want to say is they just made a 4th Bad Boys movie,
Yeah, they
and they titled the 3rd one Bad Boys for Life.
I know we've had this. We've
I know,
had
it's
this
really
conversation
frustrating.
before.
I don't like it.
Idiots.
Well, it
was-
makes
it was
perfect
right
sense if you
there.
think about it. If they're for life, they're just going to keep making more.
No, but they
I
could have. No,
know,
he's
I
saying
know,
they
I
should
know.
have named it Bad Boys for Life.
I know.
This
I know.
one is Bad Boys Never Die. What is it?
Never
Bad
stop,
Boys.
never stopping.
Never buy.
Never buy. Never going to see it.
I'm gonna say. What is it? It's Doolittle.
You're gonna
1917,
say-
and what's the other one?
You're going to do Bad Boys
Bad
1917
Boys.
and then Doolittle.
No, I'm gonna do Doolittle.
Oh, wow. That was a big release.
hmm I'm gonna do Doolittle, and then I'm gonna do.
More.
and then I'm gonna do.
Fucking hit it. Hit the fucking buttons.
and then I'm gonna do.
You got to be quick. You got to be on your fucking feet
I didn't
here.
want to.
And then I'm gonna do Bad Boys, and then 1917.
She's going to do Bad Boys in 1917.
What you gonna do?
I don't think I want to do the Bad Boys in 1917 were doing bad stuff, like bad stuff. Those are like that's like
Yes,
bad
eh?
What, like trying to hold hands and shit?
No,
Right.
like
You got hands.
no, like beating.
You know who else has hands? The devil.
Like
He
beating
uses them for holding.
people that look like me, like with boobs and stuff. Like,
Women?
yeah, they didn't care
The
about
women.
us back then. Like,
They cared about you for one reason.
that's us.
That's it, yeah. It's actually number 1, Bad Boys for Life. Number 2, 1917. Number 3,
I told you you
Doolittle.
should have did that.
Wally was right.
I was
Second
wrong.
time.
No, his
Right
answer.
about
He was
telling
in
her
Right.
what to do.
I didn't want to.
I didn't
Well,
want to do it.
Let's see if you can redeem yourself. What do we think the budget for The Gentleman was?
Let me just look this up
Listen,
now.
there's
because
another-
You can.
No,
You really
I
can.
Just
You
joking.
can do it.
There's not a lot. I mean, there's a lot of names in this
A
movie.
lot of money?
There's a lot of names in this
I'm
movie.
so terribly befuddled.
I'm going to go 41 million.
41, okay.
You want me to look it up for you so
No.
you can cheat in real time?
Nope.
Boo-doo, boo-doo-doo. 41.
Count on your fingers.
Just counting all the big names in the movie.
7.
With a B.
They're not all the
Seven.
same. They're
7.
all 7 of them are not on the same tier. I was counting the biggest ones. And based on time that they're in the movie. I'm going to say
Whatever happened to Seabass?
37.
37.
Seabass.
Because there's not a lot of, like, as far other stuff. Like, I feel like a lot of it is salary, you know, I don't, like, and costume. I don't feel like they did, I mean, there wasn't like a lot of like.
Sure.
You know,
I guessed 40 million. Me and Wally thinking the same here.
I'm right under
the
that. It's
actual
fucking
budget-
Crazy.
22 million.
Oh, shit.
They feel like some people are on here for pro bono.
Yeah.
Well, then I must not be that off then by assuming a lot of it is salary because,
Or, hey, I'm going to sign on to do this movie. Let me take a cut of the...
yeah, that's
You never know,
interesting.
right? Matthew McConaughey's like, I don't give a shit, man. Just give me all that weed.
Yeah, I think he smokes a lot,
Oh my god.
like an insane amount.
He's so.
He probably
think-
took the
I
role.
think
As I thought this
He's
was
got-
True
real.
what did he-
Detective. Him
he
and
has a,
what's his face?
What is a vodka? A tequila? He's got
I
something.
think he's got a tequila.
Is it? It's like a pickled flavor. or something,
Infused
isn't it?
with THC.
What am I looking up again?
McConaughey
I don't know.
liquor.
Just keep
Matthew
going.
McConaughey-
Just keep going.
Box
Matthew
office.
McConaughey liquor.
Oh. Whoops. Right there.
Matthew liquor.
Yeah, I don't have to type very much. You learn to Google. Matthew Fritz.
Yeah. Did you think there was only one Matthew in the world that had liquor?
I thought there'd be one big one. There it is.
Matthew Fritz.
Tequila.
Tequila.
Yeah, goddamn.
Tequila.
Yeah. You
What's
could
it called?
Scroll
Tara?
a little bit to do that.
Yeah. It was great.
What's it called?
Oh my god. Under pressure. I'm very pee-pee shy.
Doom doom boom ba doom boom.
See,
ours goes ding, 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 chicka ding.
Pantalones.
Pantalones.
Organic tequila.
Isn't it pants tequila? Pantalontes is pants in Spanish, right?
Give me some of that pants.
Tango a la
I'm thirsty for some
el
pants.
pantalontes moves into tequila.
I don't do tequila because I've never tried it, but I've heard
I heard it's the-
super good things about the Rocks tequila.
You've done tequila. Though.
It's supposed to be one of the healthiest
You've never
liquors
drank
for
tequila,
you,
right?
Oh, I
right?
have.
That you're
but,
saying
like,
I won't do it again because I've had bad experiences.
No, I
You're
don't like it.
Tequila.
Like it.
It's never done anything bad to me.
Okay.
I genuinely hate the taste of it.
So you don't like margaritas?
No,
You're fucking high.
No,
I've never
I
been
can't.
big, but I'll do it.
I
love
can't.
margaritas.
Look, tequila lowers blood sugar and cholesterol.
I can't do.
I knew
It's
it was
healthy.
healthy.
It's
I
great
did-
for you.
tequila
Why don't you
sunrise.
liver?
It's like,
Fuck
any
that
of the
thing.
drinks. If
just a
you're
filter.
at, because some restaurants make their Long Islands with tequila, some of them don't.
Mm.
Some of them just use the other 4 liquors or whatever it is and leave out the tequila.
The other 4 liquor ones are the fucking heavy
If
ones. Though.
I-
Those are the ones that put you in the
If
ditch.
if someone brings me
margarita
a
from Jim
Long
Beam in there,
Island
motherfucker.
and it's one of the ones with
Redneck
tequila, I can genuinely taste the tequila over the other everything else in
In a
there.
red solo cup.
It's something you know how cilantro does things to like some people it tastes like soap or whatever it is.
Yes.
Sure.
I feel like that's tequila for me. I can taste it over everything
All right.
else.
can
While
just
we're,
taste
while we're
soap.
talking about stuff like this, right? Last night, Sarah made dinner. She made
No.
the banging
Oh no.
sketty sauce.
Sketty.
And then she got olives. And it was a little can of olives. Not a normal can.
Did
You know,
do,
like a normal
did
can.
you do a
No. I have a question
Oh.
about what you guys feel
Okay.
about because I like olives.
I've never had an olive.
I'm not all okay.
Is an olive a fruit? Anyways, I took a bite of the
It doesn't
olive and
seem
it tasted like metal a little bit. Has anyone had that? Have you had that
I
experience with
don't
an
think
olive?
it should taste like metal. It should taste kind of vinegary, no?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe
I
there's
have
a
been
shard
told-
of metal in it.
I have been
Fuck.
told that I would
You're
probably
dead.
like
Next week.
olives because I
Anyways.
love vinegar.
Sure.
So I've been told that I would probably like
You like
olives.
pickles, right?
I
but-
can't believe you've never had an olive.
I don't.
Okay, I don't like
Not a
them.
black olive.
Accidentally.
The most
I'm
common
not
of the
on
olives?
a
like-
pizza, and I'm like,
It's
You
not
don't
a-
like olives
It's
either?
not a race thing. I just haven't had an olive.
Look, I'll fucking eat anything.
you
on
made it
pizza.
a race thing. What'd you say?
Have you had anchovies in a pizza before?
So
Have you tried it? Because everyone's just opinionated, so I've
eating-
never done it.
it's fine. Eating at or working at a French restaurant, every time we made a Caesar salad, you make it like you wouldn't in France, and they
France.
have
Is
anchovies
the
on
let-
them.
I've seen them with
Voulez-vous
lettuce
français?
boat, like with lettuce boat.
Yeah.
Half of that. I'm like, what about this?
And
You want me to do the
You
work?
lay the anchovy on top. Anyways, so
Anchovy.
I've had some anchovies in the past, and you know what? I'm
I
not
heard
a
it's
fish
just
guy.
salty fish.
Isn't they just? Yeah, they're just
Yeah, it's
salty.
just very
I think it would
salty.
be more the texture that would bother me than the taste of it.
Is anyone anti-fish at this table?
Me. I don't like fish.
You don't like fish?
I don't eat a
Feel
lot of
offended here.
fish, so I don't really know. I mean, I've had tuna.
I'm not a seafood guy.
I've
eat
had
anything.
swordfish.
Unless it's
I've
salmon.
had
Swordfish is good. Marlin.
swordfish wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I've had some other. It was more of a normal fish, like it was trout or
Grouper.
bass or something. Something. My friend's dad made it, and I tried it, and I didn't like it. But
It's great.
I didn't mind.
Oh.
I've had shark before.
Okay.
I don't think I've had shark.
That wasn't
Imagine
bad.
great
I
white shark.
honestly didn't
Imagine
notice a big.
Doing it
now,
yourself.
That's
It
what I'm
hunting
saying.
wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't try it
Dude,
that close together, but I don't
that's
think
how
there
we
was.
go out.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't feel like there was much of a difference
I'll eat
between the
that.
shark and the swordfish
Probably not.
when I had it.
We're gonna
Maybe the
drop
way it
you
was
off
prepared or whatever.
In this
But
big pool of sharks.
Good luck.
I love
Yeah, yeah.
crab.
You get to eat it.
Maybe that's when we. Maybe
I
that's
love
how this
crab.
works. We
I
do
love
extreme
shrimp.
shit when we know it's about to happen.
You got cancer? Let's go.
I like scallops,
Would you be in that with us, Tara?
but I don't. Sometimes
She
I
ain't
don't. I don't
listening.
like
She
if
don't
they're
know.
like.
She's on her
mushy.
own wavelength.
I don't like when the scallops are made and they're kind of grubbery.
most scallops are rubbery
like
unless
that.
you grill them.
I don't like that.
Yeah. If
What were you gonna ask?
I was going to ask you, me and Steve were talking about going out, like,
Where?
I mean, like, dying.
What?
Like, Steve and I, since we've been kids, we've been close. We talked about, like, if we knew we were about to die, or if we had to die in a badass way, we would talk about the coolest ways to do it. We talked about jousting.
Over the Grand Canyon
with
on
speed
crouch
bikes.
rockets.
Yeah.
So hit 2 jumps and try to joust in midair.
He just brought up, if you knew you were about to die, getting dropped in a pool of sharks, trying to kill one to eat.
Yeah.
So at least you have a good. You're not going there to die. You're going there to try to live.
I don't know if I've ever brought it
Either
up.
I'm dying or they're all coming.
I don't know
with me.
if I've ever brought it up to you guys before. I actually have a phobia of sharks.
Oh, do you?
So that sounds
It's a bad thing to tell us.
Is it just
horrendous.
sharks or is it like ocean
Hammerheads?
creatures? Because this
Sharks.
is
Just
Just-
sharks.
it's
okay.
sharks.
Okay, because I know a lot of people that inherently hate
but
sharks
that
because of
but
the
kind
ocean.
of leads to
you
an
don't like-
open water like
You don't like Jaws?
no.
That fucks you up. Deep blue sea.
Now I know
A
more.
fucking shark ate me.
Fucking shark ate me.
Sorry. Continue.
Did you watch Meg? Would you
Yeah.
watch even the really cheesy ones? Oh,
Jaws 2. You need to watch Jaws. No, Jaws 3D.
I also will
we
not
should get her
watch
in that
Sharknado.
VR, that Jaws,
It's stupid.
that
But
shark
I
VR where
also
they look down in
hate
the cage.
storms.
it.
It literally took the biggest phobias of my life and put them together in one fucking nightmare.
Can I
So
tell
what-
you? I'm gonna tell you.
Tornadoes and sharks.
I'm not scared
Let's
of,
go watch
of
Twisters.
anything. I'm not scared. I'm scared of maybe one or two small things, but it's not anything anyone else is scared of. But something that hit me heavy is I was swimming with whale sharks in the Gulf.
But
They're
they
just
won't
so
eat you.
large.
And what they do is they take you out 2 hours into the Gulf. On the way there, let me preface, I asked the lady that was doing our excursion.
Good word.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, are there any sharks out there? She laughed.
You're
She
gonna
laughed.
die.
Did she know? I did my research. There are many. Most, all of them
Yeah.
for the most part. But anyways, we get out there. Whale sharks, gigantic bust-sized fish, not an actual shark.
No.
So anyways,
They
drop.
eat like
They drop.
plankton
What
and
they do,
fishies.
and that's how they breathe too, right? So they're going along, and the boat will pull out in front, and they would push you off, or you would dive off the front of the boat because you're swimming with them.
Yeah.
And you're a boat of maybe 15 people. My first, and I did not see this, 'cause I've never experienced it before, but they pushed me into the water, and the first thing I did was look down, and it was like looking off a skyscraper.
And because it's clear water.
It's completely clear water, and you just see into the dark. So when you see those fucking YouTube videos of something coming from the abyss that is completely legit, I was like, oh yeah, fuck, fight, fish, woo! Off the side of the boat,
Yeah,
off the side of the boat, I hit the water, and I look down, and I'm like thinking I'm falling, like, oh, what the fuck?
Hilarious.
Yeah. Anyways, and then I
Terrifying.
see this lady, our excursion guide, drop in on the other side of the big animal,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's swimming, and then I was swimming next to it,
That's kinda cool.
and then to add a little bit more on top of this, I keep going.
Yeah.
I don't stop. You're supposed to stop.
Sure.
Your boy's a swimmer, junior lifeguard.
I'm gonna
So I'm
figure it
fucking
out.
flying,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And then I get fucking tired and I look up and the boats are fucking
Gone.
off in the distance.
Oh, no, they
And
forgot
I'm
you.
out. No, they didn't leave. I just
okay.
swam too fucking
Oh, okay.
far. And I look back and all the boats are like in a little area because there's multiple excursions from different
Sure.
different places. It was fucking terrifying.
That sounds terrifying. You know what
Yeah.
my biggest fear is? Besides death? That I'll probably end up killing myself.
Jesus
Not on purpose.
Christ,
Not
man.
on purpose.
Slow down.
Not on
Take
purpose.
a breath.
But on like what we're talking about, like, oh, I can hit that ramp.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Dead, you know. The fact that we're looking for alien life, but in reality the alien life is on the
he's getting
surface
fucking-
under the fucking
He's getting
the water.
into it now.
I've seen some videos of these like octopi that are like illuminate, like they're just like
Bioluminescence.
thank you.
Yeah.
But there's one I saw today that has like fucking headlights where it's as it's attacking something, the lights turn on and grab it. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
There's a ton of stuff down
Have
there
you
that does
seen
that.
that one
Anglerfish.
fish that has the
Anglerfish.
Yeah,
lights?
that thing too. Like what's
anglerfish.
going on down there, man?
Yeah, anglerfish. They're
Grouper
creepy as fuck.
fish. I just got that. You
It's-
said
it's-
grouper fish because fucking I hate you.
God damn it! Why? Yeah, it took
Just hit
forever.
me. Grouper
Speaking
fish.
of,
I'd love to do that. I don't think I was here.
to
that
add
Yeah,
to the,
bitch.
the
Sorry.
top 3 probably phobias that
Sure.
I have, to add to the other 2,
We just did.
aliens.
Damn,
That's-
we're fucking hitting home
We're
today.
going. We're
Yeah.
going. But like,
another one.
what type of alien?
Doesn't matter.
Like just
Because
hey,
I don't know them. Because I don't know them.
This guy's like, "Hola, cómo estás?"
I don't know them. I can't. No.
Technically,
Extraterrestrials.
technically, I am an
Extraterrestrials.
alien to this
No.
You're a
country.
citizen now, right?
Now, but I was a resident
is that
alien.
when it-
Extraterrestrial beings. Phobia.
Okay.
I don't like it. I don't want them.
I don't like it.
I don't like any of those movies.
Yeah, so
Where
we're not.
they're
Made us
coming-
watch Mars Attacks.
I didn't pick that.
Yeah, you did.
Out of everyone you know, who do you think would be the like out of the friends, family? Who do you think would be the best person that you could like if you had an alien species comes to Earth and you have to make first contact?
Carrick.
Who do you trust?
That's not even a question.
Who do you who do you trust to do the
My
best?
dad.
That's a good answer.
Carrick
God.
is so
Carrick's-
analytically
you know-
logical.
you know-
Hold on. My
and
dad would be like,
non-emotional.
oh, it's Jim. Yeah, I seen you the other day. And they would be friends already.
Yeah, that's what Carrick would walk up and be like, "Hey, man, just like quick thing, I don't like don't give a shit about this. What did you want? What are you here for?" Like,
Garrick walks up and he's like,
yeah. let me show you how cornhole works real quick.
yeah.
Let me show you. This is worth
And the
keeping.
guy's like,
This is worth keeping.
that. We did it. Yeah.
But like, I say that though
Thank you.
because Carrick
Yeah.
doesn't have like the emotional handicap that some people might have, like where like he would just walk
what
up
that
and it would just be all business.
So you're saying he's
So you're saying
Emotionally-
don't.
He's a sociopath.
okay? Sure.
So you're saying don't hug him.
Don't touch him.
Oh no, he's fine with.
Let me show you the ways of other people.
But he's not.
Grab him
But
and
he's
like,
not gonna like.
Have you seen The Arrival?
Yes,
Did that fuck you up?
That was a little weird. That was a
that one
weird
wasn't
movie.
as bad.
That was a
Well,
weird
it's not
movie.
really.
You never really saw. Well, they were. Yeah, you did, but
No, I'm talking about the whole story about.
they weren't really. Yeah,
The end was weird. All that was weird.
it's the invasion ones where they're literally signs. No, immediately no, absolutely not. What's the one where we're literally fighting them? Like our army is fighting them. Battle Los Angeles.
Yeah, that movie sucks.
What? It doesn't matter. It was still an invasion movie.
I think the best. Let me ask you. Signs.
Oh,
Did that do it
Did
for
I
you?
not just? That was the first one I said.
Oh, sorry.
know, I didn't
Listen,
even-
were
I
you
didn't
playing
hear
on
you
your
say that
iPad?
either.
Were you playing
I
on
didn't
your
hear you
computer?
say
No, I didn't hear you
It's the
say
first
that
thing I
either.
said. I said signs.
So that scene-
immediately no.
that scene
Like comma signs, comma.
where all those kids are like, "Oh, we're partying and having a good
And
time."
they
Yeah, that
walks by-
fucking freaked out.
That still gives me
He-
shivers.
What
it was
he
fucking
does
crazy.
in the closet, that was me.
That
And
movie
I-
does
no.
such a great job of its patience.
But also,
Can I
are-
tell you
hold
what
on,
was
hold on,
worse than
hold
Patience
on.
that movie
Can I
has.
tell you what was worse than that?
Go ahead,
Are they
go ahead,
aliens
go ahead.
or are they demons?
No, they're aliens. Can I tell you what was worse than that?
Yes.
The leg in the cornfield in the dark when he's
Oh,
out
yeah,
there.
Yeah. Not even
Plus,
the claw.
the
underneath.
dog disappears. I wrote the movie off then.
Soon.
So, like, no.
That was a great movie,
Nope.
man. I
No.
forget about that movie sometimes when it comes to horror movies because parts of it doesn't feel like it's horror.
But
Parts
you're
of it
right.
feels like it's kind of jokey.
It's because they were just giving you, like, tastes of it until the very, very, very end. You know what I mean? Where it was in their living room.
That's Joaquin
even
Phoenix.
When he's at
I
what's his
forget about
face's-
that too.
When he goes to the the father's house and he's like, by the way, I got one. It's locked in the, and he goes in there and he puts the knife under and you just see it move really quickly. Ah, no.
By the way, that was
Nope.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, it was.
It's great, man.
I do want to
And-
say it is
no.
demons, not aliens.
Was it confirmed? Was it something you looked up, or you just?
Everything
that?
points to it in the movie because it's all about religion. The whole movie is about religion. He used to be a priest. He used to be this. He used to be a
The
practicing.
fuck is that sound?
That's a frog outside.
Oh my God, really? They're that loud
All the
that you
time.
can hear them in here.
Those
in
are
here,
people
with
doing
these
it next
things on
door.
our ears.
Yeah. They're trying to do it. That's what's happening. Ah, come here. Hello, my baby.
do
Hello,
the
my
Mars
darling.
attacks, Tara.
There it is.
That's the only alien movie that doesn't bother me that much. Although it's still
It's
they still
fucking
are
creepy, dude.
invading. They still are invading and trying to kill us. So I still not a big fan of that.
I have movies that completely like envelop the word fiction, and fucking Mars Attacks is one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I think of full on, like obviously fiction is what it is, but that is such like a comic booky whatever.
Oh,
That's
they're
fucking
little
full
like
on.
laser beam guns,
Yeah.
even like look straight out of a
Pew, pew,
cartoon.
pew, pew.
And then
Anyways.
all their heads explode from classical music. Great.
Love that though.
great.
That's hilarious.
Easy things.
Anyways, back to what we're here to talk about. Box office time. What do we think it made? The movie The Gentleman. I think that's what we're talking about. The Gentleman. Oh, The Gentleman. What do we think it made overall in
Yeah, 56 million.
56. Ooh, that's a little low.
Is it?
To me, I
It
think.
only cost 20.
Sure.
and it was number 4.
There's a lot of good people in it.
That doesn't mean it was
I
number
know it
4 the
doesn't
week it
mean-
came
Okay,
out. It
whatever,
doesn't mean
hey,
people
whatever.
didn't go see it.
If that's your guess, that's your guess.
Sure, I'm just gonna stick with it. I'm sticking.
What'd you say? 56.
I can't go back.
115.
115.
That's probably high. I would. That's fine.
I guessed $85 million.
I was just about to say I should have gone in the 80s.
I think we all were.
Opening weekend, it made 10.6. I want to say something here before we say the box office here. Fuck you.
Why?
$115.2 million.
Nice. Did you say 15 or 50?
I said 115.
She nailed it.
Well, she's wrong. It's 115.2.
Okay.
Mwah.
Wow. I thought I was high. I was literally about to change it to 80s. and
Good
then you
job,
said 80s.
Tara. Good job.
What's
Nice.
funny is I
Nice.
almost said 120, and I was like, I'll take a little bit off the top.
All right. It worked. Tomatometer. Let's see how good you are now. What do you think critics and audience gave it at 100%? You
want-
first.
I'll try my hardest. This is fucking hard for me to do.
Just keep the number in your head.
Critics,
Yep.
Oh God, this sucks.
82.
Just write it down. 82.
Audience, 74.
Okay. What do you think?
Critics 77, audience 72.
That was killing you.
It was like,
Fuck that,
bubbling
man.
out of you. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I guess critics 80, audience 65. It is critics 75. You said 72? Audience
I'd say
77.
76, 77, something like that.
You said
Audience
77.
was low 70s. Critics was high 70s.
Oh,
for me.
whatever. Okay, audience 84.
Oh, sorry. It was okay.
Oh.
I did 80s critics, 70s audience, so just flipped.
Paul's a big fat
Those are
cunt.
good, though. Those are,
Paul's a
Oh,
big
yeah,
fat
pretty
cunt.
good.
Let's talk about how
Paul's
many
a big fat
times
cunt.
the word cunt was used in this. Oh God, that felt fucking dirty.
How
You
many
said it.
times the word cunt was used? Probably like 50.
Yeah, I don't like that word either.
Nah, probably 20. Probably
You're
20.
about to type it in.
See
Didn't that
you.
feel wrong even just typing it,
Yeah.
though? Yeah.
It's a sharp sounding word. Also,
You have
but
to
that's
spell-
has anybody ever? I don't want to say this on.
How many C
Public.
words?
All
are-
those people have said
Is it really gonna
SeaWorld.
say?
You felt the need to type it out.
Yeah, sure.
You
Well, I ain't no
typed
bitch.
I ain't no bitch.
Up here, 25 verbal uses.
And 2 written ones.
I guess on a piece of paper inside the movie. Where was it written? Do you think?
What do you mean?
It says it was.
It says it
said
was
25
written
verbally
twice.
and written twice. What?
Well, there
what
was a
written
script
part?
there, right?
No. It's to be physically in the.
The P word and dick are said 4 times each. Cock and
We got to look this up every time. Cock and balls are said 3 times
no,
each.
bollocks. Because
Bollocks.
that's
What is
That's-
a bollocks?
UK. It's another shit, but UK essentially.
bollocks?
Where did it? Let's figure out where it came from.
Are said 3 times each, and I assume that's ass. Because it just says A with a dash is said twice.
Mm.
So technically,
ASS.
cunt is said the most of all of them.
Oh yeah,
It didn't even have the F word in it. Yes, it did.
yeah.
So it didn't even have
There's
that on
no
there.
way they didn't say. Fuck.
It didn't have the F word on there.
Well, maybe they're loopholing it because they were saying his name the whole time instead of saying the actual F word.
Fuck.
No.
You
It
should-
means sucks. It means testicles.
No,
Right,
but they
bollocks.
use it as like that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Right,
But
oh,
it means testicles.
just like testicles. That's what I'm gonna start doing now.
Yeah.
balls.
Balls.
Oh, my
I
fucking
mean, people do
giggle
say
bits.
that though. Balls.
Very true. Balls. Balls. Or just
Balls.
balls. That's funny.
My giggle bits.
My giggles. All right, who was our favorite character in
Twins and
said
berries.
movie? I'm
Twig
pretty
and
sure
berries.
it's this is an easy one. It's Colin Farrell for me.
Is it everybody?
I feel
Is
like
it unanimous?
Yeah,
It has
I
to
feel like
be.
it is.
Yeah.
His introduction scene in general is just
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I like him, and I like who's the fucking the reporter guy?
Hugh
What's his
Grant.
name? Hugh
Hugh
Grant. Hugh Grant does a very good job in this too.
To be completely honest with you, there's a lot of top notch in this movie.
I don't think anyone
for
falls
me.
short in this
No.
movie.
I mean, what I love about Charlie in it though is that it's very
Charlie bit me.
Charlie.
straightforward for him and kind of like
Yeah.
here, except for when it like the very small but when he's chasing those boys and he's flat out just like, oh, or you guys are like you're fucking tough, like like, and he's talking shit to them. That whole little spiel that
Just
he
stab
does is
me.
so
Just
funny.
stab me.
Yeah, he's like fucking like,
Just stab me.
I just want to pay for the phone. I
Right,
don't
right.
even give a shit about the rest of this.
It's good. It's good. All right. So favorite scene then?
I'm gonna go with
The fuck.
the fuck. That was one. So the
Mhm.
fuck scene, and I really like the the part where he's fighting the kids in that the deli meat store or or whatever
we were
the
just
sandwich
talking-
store.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Those are my two favorite.
That was gonna be mine too. Is the deli meat store or whatever? Just his introduction.
I like the phuck scene too, but I also, and this, it feels wrong choosing this
Oh no.
as one of my favorite scenes, but like I mentioned earlier, it's the exchange that I really like about it. When Matthew McConaughey comes in to kill the guy when he's attacking his wife,
Okay. Yeah.
just because of the emotion behind it that you see on that guy's face when he realizes he's fucking done. Like, because that was so, you felt that when his face changed, you felt it. But you also felt Matthew McConaughey trying to get to that location.
He's a phenomenal actor and everything. He's done
When
for the
he's
most
standing in that door, just like
part.
blood everywhere because he went through hell to get there, and he's standing there, seeing him in that position, just like.
Oh yeah, it's wild.
It's the only thing he supposedly really cared about. So
True. And
he was
says
ready to
it.
go, man.
Yeah, he says a lot. And you
multiple
know what?
times. And
How
they
could
even
you
they
not?
call it
Respectable.
his weakest, like that's his weak leak is that how much he cares about his wife.
That's all perspective.
I
But
mean,
that's-
but
that's
your
also
woman,
her
your
greatest
woman,
asset.
Yeah, I was gonna say your woman should be your weakest link and
she's-
greatest
she
asset. You're right,
is
yeah, and she is.
a boss.
Yeah.
Like she's a boss bitch. I love that she even. You see that in movies a lot, actually. I feel like where the boss man of the movie.
Yeah, has a. Boss
That's the only
bitch.
person who's
Yeah.
telling him what to do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like you know what
And
I mean?
that's how
Like
it should
that's the
be.
one that he's like, okay, but that's my queen.
Unless he has a
You
mother.
are my servants, but this is my like. I'm gonna. She's.
Right.
That's important.
Another
to me.
notable mention in your scene was the actual violence in that, where the first bullet from the paperweight hits that first dude, and
And
it's
he-
like nothing.
And he's just like.
because
And then
it for some reason made sense, right? Whether it actually
also,
does
can
or
we talk
doesn't.
about her shot though, very quickly with
Fucking dead
both of
center.
those?
Because she's a boss.
But not just on him, because the
Both.
gun,
How about?
because she was sitting it on that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking when she had to lift her hand for the other guy.
I don't like how she just
that
pointed
full.
a gun
Sorry, but that
I mean,
full
that was
because
straight.
she wasn't even aiming at the other guy, and
No.
then she picked it up to still get it dead center in his head.
at me. And for never shooting that gun before, and that thing looks awkward too, right? Like, good for
It's
her.
so tiny. You can, like,
It's just so tiny.
and it was a little
Look, it's
gold,
just
it
how
was
you use it, it's not-
adorable.
You're right. If you
Unless
can get
it's
the
that,
job
it's a
done
fucking
with it.
paper.
Anything
also-
yeah.
I also want to bring up the scene you were talking about earlier when they're having that meeting. And he's trying to buy it from him under Boy George or whatever his
Yep.
name is, and it shows him just killing all of them, but then being like, "Okay, you know that's not what happened," and him being like, "Okay, fine," and then it's showing that. I just think that was a cool element because had you not seen it before, you might have been like, "Oh shit, oh
Right,
shit,"
right.
like you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Oh fuck. That's pretty funny. Any what the fuck moments for us then?
Well, what the fuck?
The pig scene is a what the fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just
They
for the
didn't. They didn't
scene.
show anything too, though, which I was kind of like.
But that's
Show
also
me
what the
what's going.
fuck
What did they
portion
do
in
to
the
him?
movie.
What
Okay.
did they make?
That's
this
what I
dude
meant
do?
to bring up earlier.
Are they putting a pig on him? Or
I meant
is
to
he
bring this
getting
up.
drunk?
They just fucking gave him some horny pills probably and said go to town.
Yeah, same thing they did in the Black.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's what I was going to bring up. Is even though I love pretty much all of the other Colin Farrell scenes,
Sure.
I actually think when he's showing Charlie the video on the computer, that little back and forth they have is funnier than the phuck scene.
It's
When
good.
he's
Yeah.
like, I was there, and
He's
I'm
so
still,
casual
and it
about it,
still
yeah.
stays with me. Like the way that they're, and he's like, this is, and he's like, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, I was there, and it's still like, it's still, I can't believe it. And then him being like, look, I just want to let you know, like, I will do this thing for you, but I'm not a gangster. Like I'm not, like I'm doing this and then I'm
it's
done.
perfect.
Like,
Perfect. But he is fucking gangster inherently.
he really is though.
Yeah,
Can't-
fucking
for
badass.
someone who has a fucking gym, and he has no problem like doing all of these things. You just jumped right into it. But also how protective he was of
It's good.
the guys he's training. Like,
There's some good male role models in this movie that are really bad.
Yeah.
Or no, there's some bad male role models that are kind of good. I think is a better way to word it.
That's better.
but
yeah.
then when he also back on the wife thing, when he is telling that guy, I'm going to put you in the freezer, and you've probably got an hour to make a decision on whether you're going to pay me all your money. And then that
Pound of
obviously
flesh.
that guy was already like fuck, and then he's like, but the thing is, you put your hands on my wife.
Well, he did.
And so now, but he's saying like he caused all that.
True.
So then he's like, so I'm gonna need a fucking pound of flesh. If it's 1 ounce less,
Where are you going?
if it's
Where are you
$1
taking?
less, like
I was thinking about this. A butt cheek. part of my butt cheek, where would
Yeah.
you grab a pound
Yeah.
of flesh?
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Because your fingers won't even do it. That won't equal a pound.
why would you do your fingers?
I'm just saying, you could live with
That
one
is
hand.
I think that is the first thought for most people, and then you're like, because of how, like the end of one of these appendages or
And
whatever.
I
just-
feel like,
but
to
then
be
you
honest,
think about
that's
it, you're
quick.
like, I've been taking all of my fingers and toes.
a
What's the
pound
point?
of flesh, you're like carving that out of your body. The fingers, you just
He's not
Here's a
asking for a
digit.
finger.
Take
He's
the-
asking for a pound.
no,
of
no,
It
no,
doesn't matter
no, no,
where.
That's what I'm saying. But
What makes the best
what
sense?
I'm saying is, you
Yeah, your
couldn't
butt.
do the
The
fingers
first
because they
thought is
wouldn't weigh
finger,
enough.
and then you
is
talk
what
yourself.
I'm
You're like, oh yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense. And you go, okay, what body part does make sense? And you can start going through body parts, and you're like, all right, so probably stuff I can maintain like a butt cheek.
Can I just real quick though?
You
That
can
was
real
a
quick-
very tiny man. He did
was.
not have a lot
That
of.
was.
He did not have a lot of weight on him,
I think that's the point.
and so he was about to cut off like a limb or die.
Yeah,
I
dude.
feel like,
Me,
that
it's a
dude
small
was
part of a
like
cheek, man. It's a small part of a cheek. Just fucking take it.
a whole pound.
scream
Though?
for a little
Maybe
bit.
his stomach.
A whole pound.
Across his
I
stomach.
think, yeah.
Maybe a titty.
When you go buy food at the grocery store, it obviously, I'm not trying to undersell that this fucking sucks, but it's really not a crazy size piece, a pound.
What I'm saying is on his
a-
body, I'm thinking that's almost a whole
Like
butt
maybe,
cheek for
maybe
him.
like a square 2.5, 3 inches of flesh. You think? That's probably even
We'd have to
more,
ask my
'cause
wife.
We're still an out. Yeah.
My wife's a butcher, so she would be like, "Oh yeah,
of
your
the
butt
just
cheek
the I don't know.
and fat." But I mean, a
I think you
pound's
gotta
not
get
a
more
lot.
than that. 2 to 3 inches. I think no. I think you need more than that for a pound. I'm just trying to think of some of the pounds of like.
Maybe like
Turkey.
2/3 of this small Coke can. Pound of flesh.
I don't think so.
You think?
Wow.
I don't think so.
Anyways.
Don't Google that. I was gonna say Google what a pound of flesh would look like. Don't Google that, please. You're on my IP address. Put my VPN on if you're gonna do that.
What are you gonna get flagged for? What are you gonna
Looking
get
at
flagged
pounds
for?
of flesh,
Looking at
like a cannibal.
right. This guy's on a fucking list now. Goddamn. Speaking
But
of
that's
lists,
all I'm saying is I think he was a small guy. I feel like he was gonna 2
the
3
fun
inches.
facts of the fucking news. Already
Oh, that's I think a lot bigger than what I thought it was.
That's what I said. Do you not buy meat? You seen meat?
I do. Hold on, let's get into it. I am kind of scared what I'm going to find. Fun
Yeah,
facts of the week,
the
Steve,
more
while
you
I do
keep-
research. Why is there a fist?
Hugh Grant filmed his scenes with Charlie Hunnam in 5 days. He had to deliver over 40 pages of dialogue during the shoot.
Oh, I wonder why. Must have had something else going on. Filming
Sometimes
something
it's
else,
just
maybe.
yeah, it's just one
I
of
guess I
those.
should just type pound of
Hey, we only
meat.
got you for so much time. I don't. I'm gonna
Dude,
get
that's
some
a- look at
FBI.
that.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
get
big
some
chunk.
FBI
It's a
guys
big chunk.
at my door,
That's
like, hey,
processed.
we seen you been looking at meat.
I want a clean cut, baby.
I'm just trying to find what I gotta find. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Just think about cutting that off your body.
I don't want to.
I do look that dude would be. I wouldn't do it myself. Obviously, if it was my butt cheek, I would do a terrible job. I'd just be.
Well,
poking
you're
around.
you're not cutting.
Yeah,
it.
no, the other guys doing it.
guys.
Yeah.
You're just here's my butt. Get it.
You know what?
Ah!
Do you think you'd feel it
She said.
as cold as it is in there? You think that'd take it away a little bit?
Feeling it? No.
You don't think it would take it away at all?
Yeah, but he's unless he's in there for a while.
Maybe you get bare. Here, hold on. Bare ass.
put your bet.
Bare ass on one of the cold fucking
Okay.
parts. Fucking
I don't
15
think-
to 30.
I don't think Matthew McConaughey's sitting there
And then
going.
you have someone go at one of your cheeks.
yeah.
Do you know how cold he would have been stuck to one of those things?
Perfect. It'll rip off.
That sounds worse. I feel like.
All right. That seems like the only visual I could find. Pound of flesh. Right there. Pound of flesh.
That's a Wagyu steak.
Pound of Wagyu steak.
Yeah, which is
Also-
also in the movie.
There we go. See?
He's like, which I didn't want to waste on you, but it's
If so facto.
what we have.
He did.
So.
So facto, I'm your boss.
When Michael returns to his pub, a Gritchy Brewery, a van
What
can
is
be
all these
seen
words?
outside. Gritchy Brewing Company actually exists and is owned by director Guy Ritchie.
I was
Earlier,
about to say Guy Ritchie. That's got to be.
earlier in the movie, the beer brand logo can be seen on the tap inside the bar as well. What are you looking up now?
Gritchy Brewery.
Okay.
Let me. You gave me this fucking PC.
Just
What do you
asking.
think was
He's
gonna
not going to
happen?
hear
What do you
anything
think
anymore.
was
You
this
put
gonna
this in front of
happen?
him.
I just didn't.
He's missed 2 things I said today and
Yeah, you're
repeated
right.
them back
He
to
missed
me.
it too.
I did. I didn't hear signs.
Thank you. Don't get mad at me.
We can put our tinfoil
This is
hats
who
on
I
now.
am.
This is who I am. The pint glasses in the
Swing
film
away.
bear the name Lord of the Land, a pub owned by director Guy Ritchie with footballer David Beckham in Fitzrovia, Central London.
Strovia?
London? That would be
I
like...
have no fucking
yeah, I
idea,
don't know.
dude. I'm fucking not. I'm speaking out my bum.
I'm just saying a lot of the stuff Guy Ritchie's kind of bragging about by putting in this movie.
Let him go.
Okay.
His movie.
Sure. Kate Beckinsale was originally cast for
Oh.
the role of Rosalind, but dropped out 2 weeks after shooting began. Michelle Dockery replaced her. An insider said she, Beckinsale, explained that other stuff in her life, including an ill family member, meant she could not commit. Luckily, Guy already had Michelle waiting in the wings to take over, so that helped to ease the transition. It's a real shame, as it was a great gig for Kate, but Guy is sure it will still be a box office hit now that Michelle is on board.
I love Kate Beckinsale.
I don't think she.
I don't think I could see her being stoic like this woman was.
That's
like
a good
she
word,
was.
'cause I was thinking of that word also.
She was
Have
very.
you seen Underworld?
But I'm just saying, like,
I would explore her underworld.
this woman didn't have a lot of dialogue. She didn't even have that much dialogue.
You're right.
A lot of it was very like
Do you think you could have a sweaty butt wearing that outfit?
presence.
Yes.
A lot of
know,
what she
right?
did was
Same
presence.
with Matrix. The
A
Matrix.
minute. What?
In a minute. Do you like Kate
Sorry.
Beckinsale?
What are you doing?
I was searching up the largest tiger.
Isn't it a Siberian tiger? Siberian tigers, I think. Are the
I don't know
largest tigers.
what it
Well,
is, but it's
guys, maybe-
660 pounds.
That's a big tiger.
I'm pretty sure
Much
Siberian
larger.
tigers are the
That's a
largest.
big tiger.
I think Siberian tigers are the largest cats.
So I believe this is a liger.
Well, yeah, but that's
Oh no, that's just a fat
That's-
fucking tiger.
no, but there are ligers and they are bigger, but they
Yeah.
are that's a cross genetic thing,
and
so
then
that
they
doesn't
fucking
really
die
count.
early.
Right, because
I just want to snuggle on there. They're like, oh my god. What I was saying was
You're not wrong.
it's true.
You're not wrong.
she
I
didn't
can't be
have
politically incorrect if it's not wrong.
she didn't
Live
have
on
that
the
much
spectrum.
dialogue. A lot of hers was presence, like the way she carried herself and the
Sure.
way that she. And I'm not saying Kate couldn't have done it,
Thought we were talking about Lion and Storm.
but I think Kate
a big cat.
I think Kate
How she
Beckinsale,
carried herself.
even in Underworld and Van Helsing and stuff like that, I feel like she has a softer presence about her. And I've seen her be badass in a lot of movies,
Okay,
but not.
I need to watch Underworld.
Stoic.
Again. I'm fucking
I
watching
love.
that tonight.
She seems like a fucking free spirit too. I've watched her
Oh, she just
interviews
does whatever the fuck
before.
she
Yeah,
wants.
yeah, I'm like, I like her.
I like her. Her and Jennifer Lawrence, I feel like, are very similar in that sense, where there's like,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yes.
gonna just whatever, just living my life.
Towards the end of the film, Fletcher stands in front of a movie poster for The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which is
I saw-
another Guy Ritchie film
yeah.
in which he also starred.
I saw that too.
Just Guy Ritchie being
Just put
Guy
him in
Ritchie,
there.
just like, hey, we're just gonna
I mean,
use
it's the
this
same thing.
film.
All these actors now that have different alcohol, like all they're always drinking them, and they're.
Right.
I watched
I'm
a
gonna
movie
have
today.
a nice aviation gin.
That-
'Cause my name's Ryan Reynolds.
I was gonna say, I was just about to say, I just watched a movie with Aviation Gin in it. That he wasn't in it, but his
Yeah,
wife was in it, so it's
she's
still,
got
it's
her
still in
own
there.
drink now too.
Yeah, but it's not alcoholic.
Oh, I thought it was.
I think it's not alcoholic, but you can mix it with.
I think it is alcohol.
I think it's meant to be a mixer.
I was in an alcohol store and it was largely
I'm an
like,
alcoholic
drink
But
now.
if
no
it's
alcohol.
but if it's meant to be a mixer, then it would still
Okay,
be an
touche.
alcohol. Betty.
Too fucking shay.
Are most alcohols meant
Mixers?
to be mixers?
You can mix anything you want. This is 2024.
No. What? Oh, you mean because you
Yeah,
put it
like
in-
hold on, let's talk about this
You mean
this
because
is,
you had it? Well, a lot
I
of
ask
people
all the
do.
important questions here.
You're right.
Like,
You
so
also-
you make something that's a certain proof.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have recommendations?
No,
of
it's
how you're
it's
supposed to
sparkling
do
soda. It's sparkling soda.
I just got the greatest idea in the world.
Hit me.
We're gonna have a Google cam.
Okay.
Put another camera looking down at this right here to what you're fucking googling.
Dude,
all the
you
time.
fucking don't do that.
Don't do that to me.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Shut up.
I'll
That
still,
would be
it'd be funny though.
It's
It would be amazing.
it's a
Just
it's
randomly Google.
it's sparkling
Google
soda.
Enlarging my penis.
How do I
She
make my
created
meat
it
big? What?
as a mixer or to drink by
Pound of
itself.
flesh.
It's not meant
Can
to
I
be. It's
mix a drink
non-alcoholic.
with my meat? What? I
Non-alcoholic.
can, right?
No.
You
I mean,
can?
you can, but
You're gonna
why?
Spill it. What? Final
It's going to
decisions out
burn.
of 10.
Jesus Christ.
Please acknowledge my information.
Sorry, you were
Go
saying
ahead, Tara. Talk.
Non-alcoholic. There's no alcohol
What
in
is
the
it?
Betty Buzz.
Betty Buzz. That's what it
What's a
was.
Betty Buzz?
What
It's
is
Blake
the
Lively's
mixer?
mixer. It's a mixer. So it's like a sparkling soda. It's like it's a carbonated mixer, but it's
Does
It's
anyone think that she's
non-alcoholic.
boring as shit?
no.
Yes.
Have you
Thank
seen
you,
her in
God.
interviews? She is not.
Her
Like,
movies or
Her
shows.
acting, she's not a good actress.
Have you seen A Simple Favor?
It's terrible.
Is it
A Simple
porno?
Favor with
It's a-
Anna Kendrick?
Yeah, it's terrible.
That movie's got good ratings and everything.
They're wrong.
Good movie. No, you're wrong.
Have you seen
also
Accepted? Because she's
another-
terrible in that.
Yes,
How do
she
you
was
feel about
also
Anna
like
Kendrick?
19 in that
Okay.
movie. when that
How do
came
you feel
out.
about Anna Kendrick? Do you like Anna Kendrick?
I love
hate
Anna
I
Kendrick.
hate Anna Kendrick. I don't like her.
I'm not.
Do you know what's crazy
not
about
a
that
big
is
fan
people
either.
say that she's like the female Ryan Reynolds, but you guys love Ryan Reynolds.
She is not anywhere close to being.
I
the
100% agree that she is.
No.
I think her
She's just
eyes.
annoying.
Especially as like in in interviews, they act the same in interviews.
Absolutely
Blake
not.
Lively has even said that she's the
Absolutely not.
Ryan Reynolds, and Blake Lively's married to Ryan.
I can't.
Reynolds.
It's her eyes that get me. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know that I can be a part of this anymore.
We'll get
I'm
my wife.
judging you guys.
We're gonna
so,
get my
like,
wife to come down here
wildly.
because
No,
she
I-
fucking hates her too. So she's all in
I don't.
this. And it's good.
I'm just
Look.
saying, if Ryan Reynolds' wife is saying that this woman
She can
who
be
she
wrong.
spent a lot of time with making a movie is the woman version of Ryan Reynolds, she would probably know the best. That's what
She
I'm
could
saying.
also just be saying that to get more people to watch the movie
Why would that get more people to watch the movie?
because people love Ryan Reynolds. And they
People
went,
love
oh,
Anna Kendrick.
do they?
Yeah,
he said.
yeah.
know.
I love the way he said that. Do they?
Do they?
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know. More than 50% of the people in this room don't.
They did a
I haven't watched enough movies from either of these two. The movies that I have watched, they've not been interesting.
I
So if there is a
love-
good recommendation, I'd be more than happy to maybe check it out.
I
I'll give it a
love
trailer test and then an actual
both
test.
of them more so in like their interviews, like as
Okay.
themselves than like in their movies.
I'll give you that. I haven't watched. No, I have.
Because Blake
I have.
Lively is she's very like, she's a lot wittier and funnier than she gets to be in like the movies that they put her in.
I agree with that.
Like when she's in interviews and like she actually delivers very similarly to Ryan
Look, I'd
Reynolds.
take them both out on a dinner date, but
And maybe call them.
maybe not watch the movie.
I don't know. Final decision time on The Gentleman. What will we give it out of 10? Is this a must-watch, a recommend, or a skip?
Do you want me to go first? You want me to break,
No, Tara
break the
goes
ice?
first
Oh,
because
okay.
I think the new thing should be whoever picks the movie has to review it first.
I'm calling it a must watch.
Okay.
I love this movie.
Explain.
I love this movie. I think everybody does a good job in the movie. I think it's got a little bit of everything. And I think it's got good messages in it. And
Good messages.
yeah,
What's the message?
love your wife, bro.
All right.
Also,
Okay. I
But
can't.
also-
you're kind of right.
trust you have to have people in your life that are going to support you and trust you. And I don't just mean that as a husband-wife standpoint. I mean the people who are his people are his people.
Yeah,
And he was going to give all that up
for his wife.
to chill and just have a family and like pull back.
True.
But decided if it's not going to be in the right hands.
Yeah, I got it. It's
Fine.
fine. It's fine.
But yeah, I would say it's a must watch. I love this movie. I love the filming of it. I love the dialogue of it. I love the pace of it. I love the people in it. I wouldn't replace them with anybody. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Sure.
like there's no one where I went, you know what, they would have done a better job.
Sure.
And I would give it an 8.
8 out of 10.
Yep.
All right. Good review. Walter?
Meh. I'm gonna go 7.6, 7.5, 7.6, 7.5.
Okay.
Somewhere mid sevens.
Sure.
And that's because I do think this is a good movie.
7.55.
I'm gonna give it a recommend.
Okay.
Not necessarily must watch. It's fun. It's definitely it fits the criteria of if you're with someone else and you have nothing to do and you want to watch a movie, this is a good movie to put on. Right? So if I was like, hey, Sarah, do you want to watch a movie? And we see it come through Netflix, I'm like, that's a good movie to watch. We should watch that movie.
Okay.
7.5.
That's a good recommend. So I'm going to say this is a recommend from me as well, but only because I feel personally I didn't like it, but I feel like everybody else would probably like this movie. And it also could be just the day that I watched it, I just wasn't
I was
feeling
about to
it.
say maybe give it another try another time.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
not dismissing this movie as being like the worst piece of shit I've ever seen because I don't think it's a bad movie whatsoever. It's well acted, there's some cool scenes, but it couldn't hold my attention and felt very all over the place while I watched it, right? Something about it just couldn't hold my attention and felt a little boring to me, but when it kicked in, it kicked in. You know what I mean? Like when Colin Farrell came in, I was like, all right, it's got my attention. I'm here. And then it kind of like just went away from that. And it was like, okay, now it's back to him explaining what's going on, but in reality, is this what's really going on?
Well,
But I don't know what's really going on. And I understand that they're trying to make that, but I was just like, I just don't feel in the movie.
I get what you're saying, but I think that's one of the things I like about the movie is because even the slow parts, if you're paying attention to them, they are important. Like,
and
you know what I mean?
I
so
agree.
like, it's just a matter of like the balance in it.
Yeah, I just possibly. I was just in a mood of like, what is this?
Like I even love like obviously like
I don't wanna
one
pay
of the
attention.
things you
What is
mentioned
this?
like all
Yeah.
the going back to like going back to Fletcher like telling Charlie all this stuff. One of the things I loved about all that back and forth is towards the end of the movie when he leaves and he's like, let me think about it, and he calls and he's like, yeah, he knows most of, like, because they already knew everything he was telling him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they already like. Because a lot of the stuff he was saying it as though, well, I know this and I know that, not knowing that they were also following him and keeping an eye on him as well.
Right. Yeah.
And like it was just cool that whole time you're like, oh my God, he's like, he's got them, he's on their thing. To them turn around and be like, no, we've
been watching
knew
the
that
whole time
already. Like,
I'm better than you think.
when he comes out of the bathroom and they're carrying that body and he's
that
like,
was funny.
I think I forgot to wash my hands, and like just gives it back.
He's like, everything's okay unless we have a problem.
Do we have a problem?
Nope, no problem.
No, I just forgot to wash my hands.
Funny. Again, I think this movie's a good movie. Just for me personally, in the moment, I'm just gonna give it a 5. Just a passable 5. You know I'm hard on movies.
5?
A 5.
Oh my
There's no
God.
way. You wouldn't. All right, hold on. Let's paint an analogy for Steve before we fucking
5.5.
call it out here. Hold on, before we keep going.
This is me in the moment
I'm
watching
just
the movie.
thinking about some of the other movies we've
Well,
given
yeah,
5s to,
let's
and that's
let's
what
be
I'm
fair
like
because
stuck
if someone
on.
else did this, you and I, if Tara did this right now,
Oh, I've had
we'd
to
be
explain
all
multiple
over her.
5s. I feel like to
If
you
I gave her random low, we got to dig in a little bit
Okay.
before we call this.
I already
you know?
I already dug in, but it's fine. I'll dig in.
So pretend this movie is so you're a young man. You're a
I
young
am.
lad. You're
I'm-
fucking 19 years
I
old.
like how you said lad.
20
'Cause it is
20
what
years
you
old.
say.
Ready,
That's what
ready,
you say.
watch. And so this movie is
What?
I
this
don't think
movie.
it's gonna change. He has to
Pretend-
watch it again.
Pretend all movies are
Oh.
maybe chicks and ladies. What kind of date do you think this would be? This movie. So your
Like-
favorite, Steve. Oh, Back to the Future. I'm gonna marry this woman. Oh, this is a great
Oh, I
idea.
get what you're saying.
So what movie is it? What movie is this? Because I don't think it's a 5. I want to see what you think it would be.
It'd be a nice dinner date with a
You
nice,
would never call this person again
I would
as
have
a 5, right?
I would have a nice drink that was probably a whiskey, and then she would be talking the
You
whole
wouldn't
time.
pay for it?
Hold on, she would be talking the whole time, and I would be like, "This is too much talking."
Okay.
40
all
pages
right.
of
Now we're
dialogue
now we're
for
getting
one
here.
person.
All right, let's get into it.
And
But
then I'd be
that's
like,
dialogue.
Let him
Hey,
talk. Let him
let me get through it.
Because I'm curious.
and then I'd be like, "There's not enough action going on here." But when the action's there, I was like, "All right, this is kind of decent." But then it goes away, and then I'm like bored with it. And then I'm not calling him back in the morning.
What kind of girl action are you talking about right now?
He's
I'm talking
talking.
about
This
the
is
movie.
You left my analogy.
This is a,
right to the
this is a
movie.
lady in the streets freaking the bed type of movie.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, because the action that's here
Because what
is-
he's saying is when the action is actioning, it's action.
Oh, hold on.
So-
Action is actioning. It's
What I'm
that's
saying-
what-
hold on.
I was equating that to freaking the sheets.
I'm saying
So,
the action that's here though is quick and just gone. I want a little.
Yeah, I did not get that from this.
The action
This
scenes
is
in
a
this
blah,
movie
it's a
are
blah
not
date.
long.
It's a blah date, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
It's blah.
Think about the action scenes in this movie.
Would
They're
you make
not
it- would
longer
you
than
make-
a minute.
Would you make this movie pay for her own dinner?
I would never do that.
What do you
to a-
consider
to a
an
woman.
action scene? Maybe that's different too. My action scenes don't need to be balls to the wall every time.
Then what is it?
That's why I'm asking which
It's
scenes
called
do you consider
action
action
for a
scenes?
reason. If you've seen
I think
recent
there'd
Fall
be-
Guy movie, that whole movie is an action scene.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
Sure, that
let's
makes
go.
sense.
kind of with her on
Right.
this. And
By the way, it's coming out on digital tomorrow.
I think a good action scene, not necessarily
It'll be
about
on Plex
abundance
tomorrow.
of action, but quality of action is a good thing too, right? Remember like Old
I
Boy
agree.
and
I
shit
agree.
like that?
I agree.
Fucking-
Oh, you want to talk about Old Boy? They got a fucking
It-
scene. There's one fucking cut of him beating people with a hammer in a goddamn street, and it's amazing, and it lasts like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
That's action.
Yeah,
The
that's good
movie
stuff.
in this, it's like 30 seconds in the
It
30
Man,
seconds of
Jackie
this
Chan
movie has
scene.
30 seconds of action.
So
That's
in
what
one
I mean.
scene.
I think
Each
Dri-
scene is a
I think-
quick action scene for me.
I think
and I'm
Drive
like,
had,
and then it
Drive
goes
had
away.
good action too. That
I
was-
agree, but it's not a quick 30 seconds and it's done each
It
time.
was literally quick 30 seconds minus the slow motion part.
We talking about the whole car chase at
The
the, end is
whole
long.
bedroom scene is very, very short, and it had to be slowed down.
Yeah, but that's a done, right? This movie, there's nothing like that.
What about there's some quick ones in Punisher too? there's some relatively quick ones in Punisher.
Yeah, but it adds up to being more
I'm
action
just
as well.
trying to say it doesn't. It's not about
It's
abundance.
okay, Wally. He
It's
doesn't
the
like the
motion
movie,
of the
it's fine.
ocean too. You know what I'm saying? It's not about necessarily the
Again,
fucking girth.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not saying
And the
this is a
distance.
bad
Yeah.
movie. I'm saying for me, while I watched it today, it's a 5, maybe 5.5. Recommend to people because it's probably going to be good for you. But for me at that point, it just wasn't it. And you know what?
Sure,
Sometimes
sure.
you can go on a date with somebody who's an amazing
Great for
person.
somebody else, but not for you.
Exactly.
Sure, I'll
right?
give you that. That's
So, and I could have went on a Monday, and it would have been a terrible date. But on a Wednesday, it would have been a great date. But at the
Steve-
time,
frame of mind,
right?
caught in the moment.
Exactly. I'm not saying that if I watched this on Friday, I wouldn't be like,
You're
oh,
so fucking
oh.
stubborn, dude. If we made
That's
you
the
watch
problem.
this on Thursday, you would
You
say
would
the
still
same
not
thing.
like it. I feel like you would like you would just like.
No, I'm different with movies. I'm willing to admit if I'm wrong with movies, that if I watched it again, I'd be like, all right, I'm into it this
What was the
time.
other one we were talking about where you were like, I need to watch this again. It's been years since I've watched this, but I need to watch this again. It might be better now. There's a movie
Oh,
that we
we
did not
we
too
just
long.
talked
It was
about.
probably like a month or two ago, if even. Maybe. Hold on. This might be a good moment. Maybe we should pick a movie we've already done.
Well, next week we're not going to do that.
Whose choice is it?
It's
It's
Josh's.
Josh's.
I already found out.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Well, what we could do, because my pick is the week after that. We can either I'll pick the re-review, or we do the re-review and then
Push it a week.
push it a week kind of thing. Because the re-review would be obviously
How would we decide what the re-review is?
well, there's only one re-review we need to do because we've been talking about it for like 7
Tropic
episodes.
Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
Okay.
That would be the first re-review.
Because I didn't get to be on that one.
exactly.
I wasn't either.
So we could. Oh, here's an idea.
Love that movie.
Here's an idea. From now on, before it resets to go back to whoever's pick it is, we do a week
Oh, we do an extra week.
re-review, and whoever
Look at that. Look at us.
Look at it. Hey,
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look
Look
at
at us.
we can
Who
either
would've
come
thought?
right. We could either
Not
come
me.
right. We could either come together and look at the list, or we could go in order. Not saying we do every movie again, but we can look at the reviews we did and pick out that week as a group. Hey, what movie do we want to do as a re-review?
Big hits.
Right.
Decision Reel reviews their
Reviews,
reviews.
a re-review, if you will.
Can we have two? Like we're like watching us talk and we're like, like that video is up,
Mm.
but then we're on top of it, green screened.
So we're reviewing the review as well.
Some of
I'm
them that we're
fucking
not,
around
we're
right
not
now, but
videos, but
yes.
you're right. I mean, technically, the 100th episode we did a re-review of
Of
our
the first
first
one.
episode ever, and the people that were on it were supposed to listen to that, and then we were going to make fun of it, but they didn't do that.
I do
Um,
like the thought because you and I weren't on the ones like in the beginning. So if they're ones from like the first, chunk of time,
Sure. So if you guys
they're
want to,
technically new reviews for us.
if you guys want to, we could do something like that where we do, hey, just listen to the first like 15 minutes of that episode, and we can like make fun of it or something, and then we get into the regular review,
Sure. I like that idea. Love it.
where I can like do whatever. Before we say what Josh's pick is, we have one thing else to do, which is the TV and movie trivia time. What do you got?
Name the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
The Curse of the Black Pearl. Oh, I'm sorry. What was it?
That?
Technically,
It's fine.
it's still
funny,
going.
it's
It's
just-
still going. Look at my face. I'm dead. What?
Who was the presenter of the TV show The Joy of Painting?
Bob Ross.
This is 2 in a row that I've gotten very, very easy questions.
A lot of the last ones have been kind of easy.
Yeah.
All
You can grab it out of there. Anyways, next week it's Josh's pick. He's gonna do something that kind of correlates with this movie. It's another Matthew McConaughey movie, and it's gonna get deep. And we're gonna talk about more space. We're going
Interstellar.
Oh my
Interstellar.
God.
I love this fucking movie.
Whoa.
Tars. Come on, Tars.
I love this
Yeah.
fucking
I don't
movie.
think I've seen it since around the time it came out. Like I've seen it more than
This is
once,
up-
but because it's a lot. You know what I
This
mean?
is
Like
up there for me, man.
We're
This
gonna
is
put
up there
the
for
scene
me.
with him crying on the screen, and we're all gonna cry with him.
It's beautiful acting.
I probably
Yeah.
won't. But.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry. Come on, Tars.
Dogs,
Is it
animals.
weird?
can
I
be,
can just hear the I'm gonna
He had a dog. And
I'm
it
gonna
died.
come meme. I'm gonna come with the cry.
I hate you.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry.
No,
All
don't.
Next week is gonna be that, and then we're gonna do a re-review of Tropic Thunder after.
Love it.
Ooh, Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Follow us.
Bye.
Or maybe 4. We got 4?
For what?
Double piece.
Because he killed 4 at the... See, I watched the movie. Colin Farrell comes back and he's like,
Oh, that's why you were doing that. Okay.
deuces, bye.
Later.